Bro, oh my gosh. Dude, I went to a restaurant last night and it was like a dessert and like a cocktail restaurant.
I've seen your story.
Yeah. And it was like the waiters almost play like a game. They have like scripts for everything that they give you, you know what I mean? And they shine the light. And it's like it's almost like a game or like a, not a game.
Like an experience.
A show. Like, yeah, 100%. And then I ordered this drink and then had pecans on it. And it had like some other, maybe walnuts or something. And then he was like describing the drink like he was for the other ones. And he was like, and there's a little bit of Scoop-D's on top. And I was like,
you're like, what?
And I was like, yeah, I was like, what's Scoop-D's? And he's like, Scoop-D's nuts. And then he just walked away. And I was like, no way, bro.
He fucking walked away so high, bro.
Yeah, big episode, man. Big episode 50 of Pine Park After Dark. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another one. I'm your host, Erick Khan. We got Tim, Secret Stash over there on the other side. And in the middle, a very special guest. You guys may have seen him around. You better have. And if you're not, you're going to learn a little bit today. We got John Cappetta from High Times.
Thank you guys for having me. Very excited to be here. I did not even know
we were starting. Thank you so much for being here, man.
I didn't even know we were starting. And all of a sudden, we're in it.
Oh, yeah, we're in it. We're time to smoke it, man. We're smoking on some Purple Rose supplies, actually. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. This is a little bad boy that you can mold yourself right at home. They got different sizes, different little tube cylinder thingies, and it's good stuff.
Comes with the mold, the packing tool, 10 bamboo skewers, and a wooden tip.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Whole ass kit. Yeah, and they last an insanely long time. So it's like you roll up a gram and a half. It usually lasts like 10 minutes, something like this. It just lasts an insane amount of time. This will last like 40 minutes or something like that. So shout out to them. Whole little tagline they got is smoke more, roll less. And I think that's the play right there. You can just mold them anywhere from like a few minutes, or you just mold them overnight and they'll really fucking smoke. So thank you guys for that one. You can head over to purplerosesupply.com/Pine Park for a little discount on your, maybe a big discount actually, a big discount on these bad boys. So you can smoke just like us. Put whatever you want in there and smoke yourself a motherfucking Canigar. Shout out to Josefo for rolling this one for us.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Josefo hand rolled that one with the help of the molds from Purple Rose Supply. So this one's a special one for us right here, Mr. Josefo.
Comes with this big ass
man in charge.
You know?
He's doing it all. He's doing it all, man. That's incredible
Rolling
stuff right
joints,
there.
operating cameras, editing, coming up with ideas. Josefo, you need to calm down back there, dude. You need to relax.
This is nice. You gotta start them off like a cigar, though. Just really get that end lit.
Is that out? Do you need another lighter?
Maybe, yeah.
Do you want an actual torch? You want a flamethrower? That?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Just get a little fucking weird.
Thank you,
Just me, or
sir.
does it seem like lighters have been dying quicker lately? I feel like Bic got like cheap with the butane they're putting in lighters.
Putting in some dog shit butane.
Maybe it's dirty butane, or maybe they're just like only putting in half the amount. But like lighters have definitely not gotten cheaper, and they don't seem like they're
less.
That's probably what it is.
That's a good hustle, dude. What if you could? I mean, you're 25% less. You're saving a lot of fucking money there.
Imagine if someone's just in there siphoning off, got their own side business.
Just like the airport thing.
That's just like the airport.
I'm telling you, the siphoning game is going crazy right now. You just siphon a little off the top, man. You just
steal from baggage.
They're going crazy.
No problem.
That's a crazy racket, though. Like the baggage weed. You all saw that,
That's
right?
crazy. Yeah, we got to pull that up. Can we pull up the airport luggage scam that was going on? I think $10K a week is what they were banking.
I need to know what airport it was.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
that's
it's Los Angeles, because where else are you getting that much weed coming out? Maybe like a NorCal airport, like
You'd
Sacramento.
think, but I also like. I got to imagine it like the value of the weed is the lowest here.
It's like weed,
right?
Weed scam.
Not even scam. Type in like weed, 10K, and then
there it is. United Airlines.
Since 2020.
Wow.
Oh, they've been.
Damn.
They were like, yo, all right, look, it's COVID times is fucking hard. We need to run this money up.
Okay, click the
It's
New York
just two of
Post
them.
article. Click the New York Post article because that one's definitely going to fucking rat out the airport.
San Francisco.
Okay, that makes sense. California.
That actually, you know what? These guys could have just been robbing those amnesty boxes. They could have.
You think people actually be putting shit in there?
I mean, I've seen people put shit in there.
Pussies, take it on the fucking flight.
I have told people while they're putting shit in there, like, you don't have to do that, right?
You're stop tripping. Just keep it in your backpack. Like, you're good.
But they always have signs that say, like, you're about to commit a felony.
Literally, as I was getting on my flight to go to Vegas, I was running late. I was literally about to miss the flight. As I'm texting myself, I'm like, yo, I'm late. Fuck. I'm reading the fucking sign in front of me. If you have marijuana in your bag, you will be subject to a federal crime. This is breaking a federal law from this point. I'm like, fuck. That's a new sign. I haven't seen that one lately. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's fucking okay. So I'm like, fuck it. And then I asked the TSA agent, like, yo, I need to cut the line. I'm about to miss my flight. They let me through. I'm like, with my weed.
Look at my bag. We got weed in it.
Real quickly. Do it fast. Like, I gotta go. So,
But you got through.
yeah, 100%, man. They're not tripping on the fucking weed, dude. They got bigger problems. They're fucking worried about.
They even
dude.
dropped their names. Joel and Adrian.
name
Mastermind and the
drop.
right-hand
damn.
man.
I told you, fucking New York
That's
Post is
crazy.
snitches.
Yeah, very
They
sure.
snitched hard
They
right
love
there.
to fucking
Jesus
drag
Christ.
It seems like they had a little third guy that might have ratted everybody out. So
The informant told the feds that Dunn approached him to assist with stealing marijuana.
from checked
Oh,
baggage.
they were trying to get somebody. They were trying to grow their
The
operation.
informant was paid around $2,000 in cash per shift or more if large quantities were taken that day.
Okay, so it was somebody. It was a TSA person that was checking the bags, and whenever they would hit, they'd probably send them over
Tell
for a
that guy,
secondary
be like,
screen.
yo,
Just like,
take
look,
this shit.
we're just going to confiscate it and let you go on with your flight, and then they would just probably. That's how I think the hustle go, real quick.
The bail was set at $75,000 and $50,000. If these guys are making $10K a week, they got that.
Oh, they bailed out,
Yeah.
for sure. They bailed out.
Yeah.
And this is in California, but it's a federal crime though, right? At
Yeah,
this point,
'cause it's an
so
airport.
you're
Yeah,
fucked.
yeah, yeah.
They're fucked. They're
Whoa,
going to jail.
the pair surfaced on the Feds radar after they were robbed at gunpoint in the
Oh!
employee parking lot.
Oh, they
of
stole
San
the wrong weed.
Francisco.
Oh, they stole the wrong weed.
Damn.
They stole the wrong weed.
This
Yeah,
has
they didn't
been
even
a
get
fucking
ratted out. They
racket.
just got fucking robbed.
Nah, they stole the
No,
wrong
I'm
weed,
sure,
and
they
somebody
got
was
robbed,
like,
and the kid was like, I'm scared for my life because they're fucking pulling up on us at work. Like, I'm going to the cops.
They stole someone's weed they shouldn't have fucking stole. And that person was like, hey, motherfucker, guess
They
what
tried
time
to sell
it
it
is?
back to him. Remember, this was a racket we were
I'm
talking
telling
about
you,
before.
the infinite money glitch, and then it fucked up. You just
money
you
glitch.
took the
That's
wrong
what this
fucking
is.
weed, dude.
Fucking airline workers thought they hit the glitch.
Damn. For like a couple years, they
For a
had it.
couple
Though. They were
years,
like, holy
yeah.
shit, this is crazy. Like, whoa, we're just making so much bread.
Yeah, see, okay, so neither Dunn or Webb reported to the police that the marijuana was robbed from them. I bet it was the informant that went to the cops and was like, hey, someone fucking arm robbed me.
Yeah, they just it was probably a big amount of weed or something like that. Yeah, 30 pounds of weed. Fuck. That's crazy.
They even got it in San Francisco. They even have to bip them.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, that is nuts. United Airlines.
So much weed is on planes, so it's crazy.
So I'm pretty convinced that air travel is fucking up weed, and we just don't know it yet. So if there's any scientists watching right now,
Destroying the terps and such?
you or
Oh,
students
shit,
who want to
from
figure out,
Oh shit. No, hold on a second. I would never know this, but definitely it affected some rosin.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
It makes sense.
motherfucker.
It dries it
dried
out.
it the fuck
Not
out.
only does it
dries
dry
it
it
out.
out, but bro, I'm telling
I
you,
had
like,
to sit and fucking fix that shit.
So set and
fucking
setting,
hours,
set
bro.
and setting says that when you go somewhere you're less comfortable, you should get more intoxicated, right? So
Yeah,
how am I
sure.
getting more fucked up on weed in California than when I bring it home to New York? Because it's losing something, and I don't know what it was.
Something's happening when it's the pressure, the altitude, something.
It doesn't matter if you check the bag. It doesn't matter if you carry it on. Like
It doesn't
it's still
matter.
going to be. It's still going to be different.
Tripping out
So,
right
yeah,
now. Because for
scientists-
sure, I was tripping on the fucking rosin, and it was a fucking short flight, bro. It was like 30 minutes.
You think driving it will just is better?
Yeah.
It's got to be
Something
the elevation
happens.
or something.
Something
Yeah.
happens. I don't know what it is. That's crazy you said that because I literally,
But it also kind of tracks.
I was like, man, this rosin was goddamn a 10 out of 10 over here. And I brought it back and it was like a 7. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
and then I had to fucking sit there and fucking
play with it a little bit.
fucking make it all wet again. And I was
Classic.
like, why am I still fucking sitting here for 30 minutes?
This is the
doing
Vegas
shit?
terps?
Yeah.
Nice.
I made it
So-
perfect again now.
okay, so
but if you
that's
look at yours,
actually-
your shit's going to be dry.
That's
It's a
actually
trip.
the example that I was going to bring up. Vegas and Colorado, right? So like they have very different climates. So
Yeah.
like the weed is different, right? But Colorado, which is at a higher elevation, like it's always had like a little bit like it crushes.
They're
a little
crispier,
bit.
yeah. The
Weed,
Colorado
that's
nugs
where-
are crispy.
Fucking
for
like you
sure,
put the weed
bro.
in the air fryer or
That
some
shit's
shit,
crunchy.
dog. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, exactly. So that could just be happening up there all the time. So I don't know, scientists, fucking students, if you're doing your
Yeah, I'm not smart.
What do they call the last part of your college career? Your
No.
whatever that thing is that you
Yeah.
do to graduate.
The thesis?
Maybe it's a thesis.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, that sound like the beginning of an essay?
Maybe.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
It might be both. Yeah, senior thesis.
Oh, fucking smoke.
Ask your professors what's happening to weed because we need to know.
It's got to be an altitude thing though, not because Colorado.
But like, where does it start?
Maybe it's just an
Like,
airplane thing. Maybe it's the vacuum.
Maybe it's recycled air. That could be it. I don't know how else we test it without, just
shoot some terps in the air.
It's like, fuck. Because it like ruins it.
Live unboxed.
Like fucking ruins it.
And so what got me thinking about this is like I'm experiencing this with weed that I like California weed that I bring back home when I go back there.
Yeah.
Right? But like now I've been smoking California weed for 2 decades in New York. Like, has the weed never been as good as it was back here? And we're still just knocking our socks off at how much better this weed is than what we got, even after that air transport.
Right? You're like, what the fuck?
I don't know. But I also feel like back in the day, people were driving that shit
weird.
more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trucks.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
with the
yeah,
fucking,
yeah,
when
yeah,
distillate, when people first started running
18-wheelers.
distillate, it was the water trucks and like the gas looking trucks.
Yeah. Now everybody's just like, just throw it on the plane.
Throw it on a plane, airmail it,
And
they don't care.
Your shit's fucking ruined.
We were just saying FedEx is the biggest drug dealers and like they're fucking up all our weed and, we're all just thanking them for dropping it off where we need to go.
Yeah, but it's getting ruined. You got to FedEx
You
ground
show
that
this
shit.
off, don't you?
Got a freshie. Donate it to the studio. We got a 2 now, boys. The dessert. Let's go. Start out with some terps, huh? You seen these jars from 710? They're pretty funny.
I have not seen
Little kitten jar.
Are you going to that Go Global thing this weekend?
Oh, it's this weekend. I'm down.
Ooh.
The terps.
Melon soda?
Melon
It
soda.
is melon
sounds
soda.
fucking
You
damn.
You smell this?
I took this on a plane. It's getting dry.
I was going to say that's a wet
fucked up.
girl.
Oh, that smells illegal.
Oh, it's not though. It's illegal in some places.
In Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. You were just in
damn.
Texas, huh?
Bro, so actually,
God, that smells good.
I wasn't planning on bringing anything back. I was like really trying to go hard and like smoking everything before I left.
Yeah.
And then I went to a sesh right before I went to the airport, and everyone just kept convincing, like all these dealers kept convincing me, "No, you'll be fine. Just take this in your bag. Just take this home with you. Just take this home with you."
Whoa.
I ended up coming home with probably like a half ounce of weed, so it wasn't a ton. I felt like still kind of safe.
Yeah.
But I was also like the only person at TSA.
Oh, that's kind of scary sometimes.
Time for you.
They
Yeah.
were all actually. You know what was funny though? What they want to talk about was it's Texas, so everyone wanted to talk about fucking barbecue, and
Nice.
so they all like it was different TSA agents coming over and be like, nah, man, you got to try Smoky Mo's, and like, nah, that one's not good. You went to Blacks, bro. Blacks is overrated.
Garbage.
You got to try Franklin's, or somebody said like Louisiana or something like that. I don't know. They were all crazy, but it was funny just because everyone had a different opinion. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this feels like Texas.
How was it overall, though, the barbecue?
The barbecue was great. I ate
Nice.
at Black's 3 times while I was there.
Fuck yeah.
I ate at Salt Lake at the airport.
Oh, nice.
I ate Black's for lunch, and then like 3 hours later, I ate Salt Lake at the airport. Just so I was like, I gotta try it. And you were the one that told me that it was in the airport, so I was like, okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to. I can wait and not have to go drive all the way out of town.
Yeah. Fire.
Kind of the vibe right there.
That is the vibe. Barbecue's the vibe, man. Were you down there for just business, chilling?
No, so
Vacation?
it was my younger brother's bachelor party.
Oh,
and
in
so-
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
That's
He's a part of the drinking crowd. They are definitely not typical stoners. So I shaved my beard. I trimmed a little bit of the wokeness off to go hang out with these kids. It was fun. I went clubbing more than I have in a very long time. Like I don't
Nice.
even remember the last time I was in a bottle club. And I smoked weed in like 3 bars in Texas. So
Wow.
I feel like I accomplished the mission.
It's
Yeah,
kind of fucking
damn near.
sweet.
It's about as cool as it
It's
gets.
a little risky.
I went to smoke in the street at one of them, and the guy's like, "Nah, you should go in the smoking section for that." And I was like, "Oh, okay, you got it, bud." I thought I was being respectful.
I appreciate you.
Right?
Like,
That
do
is
not be
awesome.
outside doing this by yourself. They will get you.
Exactly. I don't even know if it was that or if it was just like they want like less attention called to the place or what it was. But like I was like, I thought I was, I know it's illegal here, so I'm trying to be
Yeah, I'm not trying to
blow up your spot,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But no, they were all cool with it.
Texas is pretty chill with this. Especially when you're in a city like you said, you're in Austin, right?
too. Yeah, Austin. That's actually that's what all the guys the trap market kept saying.
Yeah.
It's like actually I was surprised, bro. So the trap sesh was at this outside of this. I don't want to say the comedy club and blow up their spot, but it was at a comedy club just like during the day. But there was also the parking lot, and the sesh spilled over into the parking lot. So there were all these guys outside in Texas selling like. They had a pound of mushrooms on one of the tables. Like the guy next to him had like all sorts of shit. I was joking because I took a picture of it like right as this guy is showing somebody his puppy. And so it looks like he's selling the puppy. It was fucking hilarious. I was just like amazed. I took a picture specifically to be like, wow, like these kids are like, all the shit that I heard about Austin is real, you know?
It really is like a mini LA. They're trying the hardest to be in
Austin's
LA.
going crazy.
Trying as hard as they can. LA's chill.
Texas
feels like it
legalizes
though,
weed,
bro.
man. I'm telling you, I'm
Like,
ready.
You could see like now that fucking Rogan's down there, like even the comedy scene is like, okay, that's our safe space.
Yeah, the comedy scene's huge. I know that Joe's opened up his club.
That's
He's
awesome.
fucking nuts out there now.
Kill Tony's been fucking
Yeah,
crushing down there.
dude. Every
Nice.
fucking day, dude. They're going
I've never been to a
crazy out
comedy
there.
show. Are they dope?
Wait,
I know,
really?
right? Yeah, never.
Bro,
been.
what?
I gotta take you to the Comedy Store, bro.
Oh, that's like the legendary one, right?
Yeah, it's
a
Pauly
lot-
Shore spot.
Most of the those comedians like
Open by his
they're
mom.
now they moved to Texas now.
Right,
Like, Joe
right.
took fucking
Everybody with
everywhere
him.
now.
Well, so
come on, boys.
do you guys know Frank Castillo?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Frank's a regular at the Comedy Store, but he's been going down to Texas like twice a month because there's just so many clubs and so many
Wow.
opportunities to get up down there. That like,
Interesting.
yeah, a lot of LA is
Crazy.
going down. I mean, he's staying here. I don't think he's moving there, but
Mhm.
you know, it's cool to have a spot to
Thanks,
spot
yeah,
to feel
interesting.
comfortable. You know,
Q-tip.
Oh, fuck.
That too. Thank you, sir.
we haven't gotten to any of the talking points yet, have we?
No, we know. No,
We
they're
don't
chilling.
even need them
Fuck
sometimes.
those talking points.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, they're
I don't
just
feel
there.
bad.
They're just-
Where are you from in Texas?
I was born in Austin, and then I lived
okay.
most of my life in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
I didn't realize how close like the major cities of Texas were to each other.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Austin
Texas
and San
is-
Antonio are like an hour apart.
Texas is giant, but like
Not that bad.
everything you want to
They're
go
like,
to
yeah,
is in
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 6-hour circle.
Hell yeah, 100%. And then there's like West Texas, which is kind of fucking nothing. No one goes over.
That's the
You
oil
got El
land,
Paso,
right?
and that's it. Yeah, and then
Boo.
a bunch of just random
West
shit out
Texas.
there. Yeah, West
Ooh.
Texas is just so boring. A lot of cops out there, that's for
Thank
sure.
you.
They're looking. They are looking, man. For drugs and the people. Crazy stuff. Got a lot of DMs with this video, huh? We got sent this video a lot. Interesting. What do we got here? Question is, would Eric, John, and Tim try this? It's a sport.
Oh god damn it. We're getting our ass
Oh,
whooped.
shit.
Oh,
What
this is just
this?
mass
This is-
fighting.
What the fuck? You just fight random ass people? They spit on him. They fucking spit on him.
the fuck?
This is just some gladiator shit.
Yeah, they got the outfits on and
spit
shit.
on.
Oh,
no,
there's a ball. There's a ball involved.
There's a ball.
Oh, so it's just like it's just brutal soccer with your hands.
Wow. What if you can 2v1? Can you like
I mean,
join up?
probably
on them?
not because like look at how like people kind of
Yeah,
like
it's
watch.
just like one.
Oh my god, people just getting slapped, dude.
So it's just
This
a
is
game of like
insane.
running around and fucking.
These guys
Oh,
aren't even
nope.
looking for the ball.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
maybe.
he has the ball.
No, it is. I think it's 1v1. I think it's like once.
Oh wait, now it's 2v1. Oh, they're
Unless
getting.
they
I
have the
guess it.
ball.
Yeah, I guess if you have the ball, you can fuck them up.
It's like rugby. This is rugby with punching.
Yeah, it's just rugby and like MMA.
Yeah, they square up. That's so funny, bro.
I could do without the outfits.
crowds going. Yeah,
The
what
outfits
the
are
outfits
crazy.
like when it's like the medieval times bullshit.
Yeah, it really is.
Damn, there's
exactly.
a crowd.
You got no movement in this, dude.
It kind of deflates the fucking
crowd's going fucking crazy.
how
The 13
hardcore it
people
is.
there.
The little fucking frilly pants.
Crowd's awesome. This is definitely European.
They're
shit.
lighting
is
smoke
dude.
bombs in the front of the crowd. That's why all these guys got flags over their face.
And there's a little show at the end.
It really is medieval times.
Wow.
Now, what the fuck is happening?
It's medieval times. This one just doesn't come with dinner.
Oh, I need to see one of those. I heard those are dope too.
I would watch it. That's for sure. I'm not a
Definitely
strong
watch
fighter.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I don't know
definitely
if I
don't
would
think
join in.
if our team is it like yo, we're pulling up like with this is our squad, we're probably getting fucking cooked.
We could maybe
We're
beat up
getting
some
cooked.
teenagers.
We need to just be
Yeah.
fast and run.
some little
Yeah,
teenagers.
yeah.
We need to fucking run, okay, guys.
Run
Our
in
strat is
circles and
move.
shit.
Like, get the fuck out of the
Do
way.
we know what this is called?
We're not playing. Like,
Is this like a league?
It doesn't, honestly, it's better that we don't know.
Do you think this is like a league? I was gonna say it's like a pickup game, but
You
they
see
got
how
fans
the,
right
the
here.
fence, the goal is in the fence. Like
Yeah,
it's not
super
even.
interesting. He just throws it in there too. I want to see
Yeah,
how
you
you
just gotta-
score.
Also, what is this like iPhone video?
He
is
just
this,
throws
is
it
this
in
the
the
best
wall or
footage
something.
of this
why is
game
it
that
fucking
exists?
vertical? It's bullshit. Do you have the actual name?
Oops, sorry.
Yo, chill.
There we
double,
go.
double mouse.
Yeah, it's happened sometimes. My post.
Okay, I'm actually like this is definitely something I'm gonna follow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Calcio.
Calcio
Story.
Storico.
Bro,
Florentino.
this is a
That's
whole
definitely-
league.
Can we translate this?
It's
Yeah,
a
what's
whole
This is
ass
definitely.
league.
I mean, I know it says profile official of whatever, but that part, yeah. Oh, you can do that. Oh, not print it.
Can you just translate?
Yeah, look, translate section in English.
Fire. We tell the sport and the legend of an ancient Florentine tradition through images.
Okay. So this is like something weird they do in Florence.
Some real Italian stuff going on right now.
Deep Italian shit.
Wow, look at that. Right in front of the...
Oh, you know what? This is probably like, have you guys ever seen...
Playing at the church?
They do something in the UK where it's like one day they like shut down a road and everyone fights over a ball. It looks similar to this, but it's like it's whoever ends with the day with the ball, I think wins. Right?
Holy fuck, this looks intense.
Wow. I wonder how often it goes on.
This is definitely like once a year for sure.
Once a year, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
I bet they feel really badass doing this, but I can't help but like feel like it deflates the whole.
You just look like an ass right now.
Yeah, it's like the Disneyland version of UFC. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, but you don't need the costumes. The blood is going to do it for everybody.
They all got them. Look at
those fucking pants, bro. Like
pantaloons.
That's what they're called.
That is.
He's got a sword.
He's got a sword.
Do you think they used to just like the losing team used to get like beheaded or something back?
So
back in the
day, you should go Google like British ball game, British annual ball fighting game.
British annual ball fighting game. I wonder.
British ball fighting is not something.
I've never seen this one. You said it's just like a day or a week out of the year.
Whoever wins.
It's like, maybe it's Scotland. Maybe it's okay. Atherstone ball game. There, click that first video. So like they throw this ball around and then it just like gangs of teams fight other people from stopping to get the ball. But like it happens on like Main Street. So like they'll be in the front. Like look at us. All the stores put up their fucking.
Oh, that's a huge ball.
They're like their wooden things so that like shit can't get in there.
Now they just beat the shit out of each other until.
But like wait, because they'll go tuck it off in the corner and then it'll just be a battle of like try and get in here and like.
Fuck?
This guy's just stepping on people and kicking them in the head,
like,
bro.
What's up, bitch? Oh, the ball's moving. Ball's moving.
Where are you trying to get it? Who's trying to get it?
Like a bunch
I
of
think
kids
I think you're just trying to hold it. Is really like
the winner. Is
there's a couple like grown ass adults, and then there's a lot of some teenagers.
This is like the whole community comes out for this shit.
Who gets the pleasure of kicking it if you grade it?
Oh, maybe I wonder if like the guards are there to like break it up when it just becomes a dog.
Damn, dude, this guy's face is all fucking red.
Wait till you see the end of it, bro.
Oh yeah, ball game Marshall. Oh,
like on the fucking pillars.
They're choking. Oh,
like, holy
the
shit,
guard
I
tried to get
touched
it. The guard tried to get it.
And now you just get the shit kicked out of you.
Okay, yeah. So you see how they like get stuck in the doors of like people's homes and businesses.
Like, what's up, pussy?
These guys,
trying to hold on his life.
Bro,
Dude, this guy's getting elbowed.
Yeah, in his face.
He's a marshal.
Yeah, fuck that marshal.
It's like a
dude.
weird shape too. How does one person even hold that?
Like bounces.
Dude's in there with a selfie stick.
Yeah, look, he's trying to get
the
good
360 camera.
Yeah, that
Sick,
was
dude.
nice.
This is a sick video.
Wow.
A lot of bald men in here.
Oh, he's helping him. He's helping his homie.
Yeah, he's going over the top
His pants
rope.
are ripped.
He's going over the top rope. Fuck pants. Pants suck.
There he is. I want to see if he gets it.
How do you win?
I still haven't seen one person like come up with it.
How do you win?
I think that it's like maybe you hold it. And if you're holding it, you get points.
Throw the little kid on top. Fuck it.
Sacrifice him to
There's
the
just
pit.
some ass right there.
Yeah,
hanging
some good
out.
ass cheeks.
Some good old UK ass cheeks.
Oh, see, he had that. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, it's mine. I had it.
I don't know the rules of this game, but
Right.
Did you just KO people? I don't.
You know what I bet it is? I bet it's when they pull it off. Whoever's like holding it
There
last
he
gets
is.
the
Oh,
point.
that was the winner. We saw
You know?
one for once. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, maybe this is the clip. Oh no.
They're saying sorry. It's very nice and polite. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to
Beat your
fucking
head
knock you
in.
in the eye.
There's a different clip of like these guys that are just held up in a storefront and like they have like the army that's like in the front that's like trying to hold off whatever, and one guy is like getting on his buddy's shoulders, stepping on his shoulders and like kicking dudes in the face to get away. It's insane.
That's what I'm talking
So
about.
Atherstone.
What a crazy ass sport.
Yeah.
But like a lot of humans, you're supposed to get some contact in, some contact sports in. So,
Yeah, for sure. But this is like, you should be a bag of gold.
bro, this is from the year 1199.
I wish we had history like that.
What the fuck, dude?
It's always right here on Long Street, it looks like.
Oh my god, that's an intense game.
Few rules, 2 being that play is restricted to long street and participants are not allowed to kill anyone.
Not anymore.
The winner is declared at 5 p.m. with the title going to the person who has possession of the ball when
You
the whistle
definitely
sounds.
were able to kill people back in the day for sure.
Oh, I'm sure it was a
For
ball
sure.
of gold, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they were
Murked.
playing with axes.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, you're dying.
Ahead of the game.
There were
I
no
need to feed my family.
There were no marshals back then. It was the last one standing with the bag of gold goes home with it.
Yeah, their family survives. Jesus Christ.
The town is now completely comprised
Holy
of the winning
shit.
families.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's so intense. That's actually
that
so
is-
intense. Like what a
that's
fucking what a great way to keep the
So I vote we
culture
do
alive
this. We do this somewhere downtown Los Angeles.
I'm in.
Oh shit!
I would
it
love
said
to
in
put this event
2020,
on.
one of the participants had a heart attack.
Fuck him, dude. You shouldn't have participated. Pussy.
And people just kept kicking him in the face.
Yeah, dude. It's like, and the marshal's like fucking trying to snatch the ball from him.
Speaking about shitty ways to die, you guys want to talk about the submarine?
Oh man, dude, they're fucked.
Damn, are they
Fucked.
Hey, maybe there's a miracle and they get a new GameCube controller. But fucking
Have you seen
hell,
the pictures
dude.
of this shit, bro?
It's like that thing is built.
it feels
like
like there
the
should be
worst
more
of it.
lights on the outside. That would be a good start for like how to not.
It's
Right.
just like if you're,
Oh shit!
I don't know, man. if you decided to get in there, it's just like, oh, did we actually say that?
Yeah, last week we asked you guys, would you rather go to space or the bottom of the ocean?
Well,
it looks like
Looks like the people
one
fucked
person
around and
listened,
found
and then
out.
they're like, "We'll do the bottom of the ocean one." the
Oh,
missing
no.
Titan submersile. It's not a submarine. I heard there was a difference. Owned by Ocean Gate Expeditions, has less than
One can
20
drive.
Yeah, I guess so. Has less than 22 hours worth of oxygen for the 5 people on board.
And that was like as reported 10 hours ago. So they probably got like 12
I think it's
hours.
Thursday
left.
morning is when they officially run out. The vessel disappeared in the Atlantic Ocean while taking tourists to explore the Titanic wreckage. Efforts are underway to establish communication and bring the crew members back safely. Damn, the package costed $250,000 per person. Participants must sign a waiver. Oh, no wonder what the waiver even said.
So, well, actually, you know what's funny about those waivers? They always like you're signing your life away or whatever. But if you get killed, it's not you who's going to sue the company. So that shit doesn't matter at all.
Dumbass.
Right.
So fucked.
The U.S. Coast Guard stated that the vessel had around 96 hours of oxygen supply initially, but as of Tuesday, approximately 40 to 41 remained. Concerns have been raised that oxygen consumption may increase if the crew is injured or panicked.
Okay,
they're
so
hyperventilating and shit.
But hold on. The CEO of this company is on the boat with these guys.
Damn, really?
So
Does he
I
take
would
every?
imagine after like 5 hours of being lost, you're gonna kill the CEO, right? Like save some oxygen,
I'm just
get a couple more hours out of it.
My first thought immediately was like, damn, honestly, a couple
Yeah.
people, we might need to take them out.
Then
like
you want to
that-
breathe. Then you want to breathe less too, because it's probably gonna be stinky or something. He's gonna die.
It's probably gonna be
Oh, then the
stinky.
dead body.
Yeah.
It's got to be
dead
really
body.
cold down there, so I don't think that like they're probably deteriorating super fast.
Honestly, the thing
Oh.
could have just fucking not
Exploded.
handed the pressure and just fucking.
Well, that's
Just collapsed
I
on
saw-
itself.
I saw a
Holy
tweet last
shit.
night that was like,
like that could have easily. They could be dead already.
yeah, not only is it fucking if it imploded, are they just gone? But like the only thing that'll be there to find is like some scrap and like the fucking red cloud that floats away. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
There'll
Like,
be nothing there.
there. Yeah,
It'll be a tin can.
exactly on
the
on-
pressure.
in the
Yeah.
Titanic.
Yeah, the pressure would be so immense that like, good luck.
There have
Yeah.
been fewer people down there than have been in outer space,
Yeah,
which is
we should die.
insane to think about.
I think
That is
the
crazy.
ocean thing is weird. That's why we asked this question because it's just like
It's so vast.
It's
But we're like
just-
right here.
well, it's so
we don't-
vast,
we
but
don't
think
know
about it.
anything
there.
about
We're not
it.
even trying. It's like, bro, we're going to space. Fuck that down there. Let's just we're going to space. Like,
I
what?
think we gotta-
What are we doing?
I think we gotta
some
know
shit.
some. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I'm like. We're trying to get the fuck
Something's
out of here,
down there that like
bro.
we don't
run. As
we don't
fast
want
as
everyone to know
possible.
about.
Like, what the fuck is down there? Like,
That's why I don't fuck with sushi, bro, because I don't really trust things that come out of the sea. I just
that shit's alien.
all that shit and radiation stuff like that. Like I just,
Oh,
you know,
fuck.
I'm a friend to the fish. If
Eric,
God
with-
forbid anything ever happens, it's like, you know how you're always be nice to the kid who might bring a gun to school. Like same thing with the
Oh
fish.
no, man! Look, this how crazy it is with that. I say please and thank you when I use AI. I'm not even joking.
I actually.
I'm dead ass.
So I
say
shit
please and
not,
thank you.
When Alexa came out, I tweeted something like that, like not long after. I was like,
I'm so serious.
Do you say thank you to the
Yep.
AI after they get you something, or are
Yes.
you going to be one of the victims of
I'm not
the
getting
uprising?
fucking murdered by the iRobots in
Exactly.
fucking 10 years. Because I say, please, ChatGPT, can you write this code for me? And then thank you for writing that shit. It came out nice, buddy.
Thank you, BB.
Yeah, like I appreciate that.
That's good stuff. It says an update an hour ago, they heard some banging noises.
So
Bro, that was a whale.
that was also way more than an hour ago. So
Right, that's what I was saying.
someone's
That's
late
what I
with
heard
their
that
story.
banging noise. Yeah, that's them killing the
Banging
CEO.
her from area 19 hours ago.
They're
So
killing the CEO.
That banging was long.
They're fucking
Live updates. Let's go to New York.
They're
Times. What
murking
you
the
got
CEO for sure. Banging his fucking.
Did you
head
see the
against
Navy
wall.
guy say that there's basically nothing that they can do?
Yeah, because even if they fucking find them, they can't go down there and get them.
Exactly.
Dummy. So why are we even fucking looking?
Wait,
we
so-
literally can't get them.
You paid
Stupid.
$250,000 to get into a fucking tube that you have to sit Indian style, like across from people.
There's not
with
even room in there.
no window. And bro, look, think about it. How dark is the ocean? There are not anywhere near enough lights that even when they got down there, they wouldn't be able to see dick. Like it's
They're
literally
fucking stupid.
That's crazy.
And there's no way to rescue
They
them.
deployed 2 AC-130s. They just blow it up.
Well, yeah, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're gonna fight the whole ocean?
They got a kill streak. Holy shit.
Yeah, big ones.
He's about to drop the nuke.
The deep energy.
Like literally, there's nothing that they can do. Like
But
even
beyond
if
the
we
ship
find them.
carrying it is not expected at the scene.
We find them. Let's say, okay, we found them. We located their fucking GPS
the wrecks all
signal.
the way
Boom,
down,
we
yeah.
got them. What do they send to go get them?
Well, it's also like, think about
Like,
the
what do
pressure
we-
down there.
That's
like,
what do we send to go
you
get
can't
them?
even take a person out of that
No.
tube down there. You have to get the whole tube
No, we got to
up.
drag that bitch up. With what?
It doesn't have a fucking
With
engine.
what? Like, nah, bro.
Like, look, but,
Look at
so
this little
stop at
thing.
this picture. Stop at that picture.
That's what you
Why
got
the
them.
fuck are there no lights? Like,
Oh,
they're not
yeah.
going to be able to see anything once they're in the ocean.
Because I just see
They're
on this
watching on
little
the screen. No,
huh?
that's what it is. They're down there, but they're watching the shit on a screen. Like,
Why would you
the
just not watch the
fuck?
screen like above
Send a
the-
drone.
That
You can
is
watch
a
the
little
screen from
unnecessary.
right here. I got screens right
Yeah, that's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
I'm looking at the screen right
Stream it
now.
to me
And we
up
got
here.
better controllers.
Damn, that's so
Way
crazy.
better
What a
controllers.
I think it's just honestly when you get like you just rich as fuck, you just bored.
I guess.
Is
so,
that what
right?
happens? Because you're just
Yeah.
like seriously, like
Like
what?
who has 250K to just
Not
like,
even just that, but like who has $250,000 and then just nothing else better to do with it?
They're paying $250,000 to potentially be killed. Like,
That's
it's
is that how bored you are?
I mean,
You're like fuck it, I need to risk my life today.
hey, bro, if those checks were just on the table, like I might get into murder. Like if someone's just like, hey, here's $250,000. Like, you want to kill me?
Like I just don't
can make that
understand the
happen.
logic here. Like, nah, even
I'll just put you in a box and throw you in the ocean. It's perfect. This is the perfect plan. The guy knew what he was doing.
so crazy.
The team was trying to get rid of their CEO.
Was this
That's
like an-
why?
Yeah.
That's
that,
actually
or
why.
it was like a suicide plan by the CEO or some shit.
Bro,
Like, I'm
they
not actually-
bolted
I'm gonna
them
take
in.
these people out.
They bolted them in from the outside. So like they can't even save themselves. They're just stuck.
Was the CEO the billionaire or is that the other?
No,
is there
no,
another
that's some
guy?
other guy. That's a guy whose kid is at the Blink-182
We don't understand
concert
why
right
that
now.
guy went right. He's like, I got to get away from this dumbass kid.
Well,
He's like, this kid's fucking gonna fuck my life up. I got to get away from him.
that's actually the funny part about
Like,
all of this shit is like how that kid's come up. Like that's been my favorite part of the submarine drama.
Oh, dude, the dad for
Same.
sure was like, nah, I'm
no.
gonna
So those are
assign
the
this money to
kids. Those
something
that's a
else.
father and son that's on the boat.
Dummies. I'm sorry.
Then there's a billionaire.
I'm sorry. Those people are stupid. Why'd you
Come
get on?
on, man.
Why'd you get on it?
I feel
$500
bad.
million.
I
I
feel
don't
bad
feel
for
bad.
those two.
I don't feel
Those are
bad.
like the
Why?
friendly. That's
He
why they
loves
Why do you
put
feel bad?
Bro, he loves Star Trek and Star Wars.
He's
just
also
trying
an
to fucking
idiot.
see
He's
some
also a
crazy shit.
fucking idiot.
You know, if you had 250K to go see the ocean, you'd be like, let me just go down.
I don't
there
even
real
like
quick.
looking at the ocean fucking from the beach. Fuck you.
I'm actually with you. I
Hell
don't like
no.
being out in boats too far
Yeah.
from
I get
from land.
sick
Yeah, I
if I'm
agree.
in the
I
fucking
agree.
ocean. Nah, you're tripping, bro.
It's-
It
These
is
guys
kind of
are
a
dumb
silly.
as fuck.
It is kind of a silly.
These guys are dumb.
These two though, like,
I don't feel bad.
I feel for these two, and I think that the reason why these are the faces that you keep seeing is to humanize the fact that these rich motherfuckers are lost in the ocean and everyone is making
Idiots.
a joke out of
I'm gonna
it.
humanize it. These guys are idiots, and this is Darwinism at its best.
I
Shouldn't have got in the fucking metal tube and gone to see the Titanic.
But it's been done like dozens of times before, I bet.
Yeah, but when
In
James Cameron went
in
down, he
real
had like a
things.
fucking
with real money.
yeah. James Cameron probably paid $1 billion to do it, but he had like a fucking super robot
Some
ship
Navy
with
shit.
lots of lights.
Some if it's
like-
not the Navy, I'm not going.
I bet like no, I
not
mean
going.
definitely not the Navy because I don't think the Navy's going down there at all.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
That's a good
like,
idea. That's
but-
a great. Let's not go.
I bet that like at least James Cameron's ship had some fucking laser pointers in there that like if they
Some
got
lights.
lost, it was like, hey, like let's set some fucking markers and you could see me. Like these guys
This guy
don't
didn't
even
want-
have
He didn't want to get found.
they
This
don't
is
even
a
have the
suicide
ability
type
to
shit.
like shoot up a GPS beacon.
I think this is a suicide thing from the CEO.
It might have been.
Damn,
Because
took
Why
some
would, you
people
not
out with
have,
him.
why would you not have?
Did you see all his
a rescue?
quotes?
Why would you have any rescue shit?
Did you see all his quotes talking about like making fun of safety? Like how like they're like, oh, they're
Why would you say all that?
Wow.
That's
He wanted to die.
foreshadowing. It's
Damn.
foreshadowing is what it was.
Damn, maybe. Oh, maybe. Damn.
let's talk.
You got tinfoil hat? Hold on. What if the government killed him?
I'm down. I'm down.
Well, it was a British Pakistani businessman.
What if he's on?
Shit!
The U.S. doesn't really like either of those.
Hold on a second.
What if he was on Epstein's list?
Oh my God!
That's what this was. This was actually
demonetized.
These guys were going down to the Titanic to figure out what happened on Epstein's island.
Oh my God! Tinfoil hat is
Bill
fucking
Gates
beaming
took him
right now,
out,
dude.
Damn.
Jesus Christ! This was a Bill Gates.
I don't think we
hit right
talked
here.
enough about this fucking billionaire stepson though.
Yeah,
That-
he's done some weird shit. That's what I've heard.
Okay, so first of all, he's been using this moment in the limelight to try and meet Blink-182, which I think is the funniest fucking thing in the world. Like, hey, Mark and Tom, like, I'm coming to your show for emotional support.
I feel like he's damn near a
whatever.
billionaire. You could probably just pay him like
Well,
not
so
that
you-
much money.
If you see the
You know?
seats that he took his video at, it's very clear that he lives with the dad. He's not on that billionaire fund. But the even crazier part about it is this kid is he was arrested a few years ago for threatening to shoot up one of Excision's concerts because Alice in Wonderland slighted him or something like that. So like this kid. EDM Twitter went ape shit when this kid started posting all this shit.
But like, I remember this piece of
seen him
shit.
before.
Like this kid's a stalker.
This
He's
guy's
like, whatever.
fucking weird, dude.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
now everyone's like celebrating. I will say Cardi B made a comment last night that was like, if any of my kids did this and I was on the tin can,
I saw
like you're
that.
supposed to be at home crying.
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I saw that.
Why are you on
Yeah.
Twitter? Like, what are you fucking doing?
But
Yeah, why you
his
at a concert?
response to Cardi is like, he's like now going back at her being like, don't you have anything better to do? Like this. Like, it's just
He's like, my
really-
dad's missing. I'd be like pretending to be sad. And shit.
all the side quests.
Fucking dad's dying.
Listen, I will say if your stepdad is a billionaire and he's potentially dead, that's probably something that most kids celebrate. You know what I mean? Like
That's some dark
He's
shit.
probably
my,
kinda hyped.
my stepdad is gone.
That is some dark
great to begin with. My mom is a billionaire. Great to begin with.
This is some dark shit right there.
Listen, we're going deep into the psyche of a fucking my parents aren't even
Holy
divorced, bro.
shit.
I'm just absorbing the content from my friends whose
heard a
parents are
couple
not
stories.
together. Exactly. I know how much people fucking stepkids hate their stepparents.
Oh my God. Like, yeah, I'm happy he's dead, fucker.
He broke up my family, but he's a billionaire. I wonder if there's a prenup. That's the question of the hour. That
Yeah,
might
we
be
need
why
look
he
more
went to
into this billionaire
Blink-182.
guy.
Yeah, because he's like, damn, I didn't get no money.
Exactly. I need to get my mind off this shit.
Maybe he's doing the
Maybe he's
cloud
signing
shit.
I'm signing the shit right now.
Maybe
He's like,
doing the
let me
cloud
print
shit.
something. You guys got paper?
He's trying to do the cloud shit, maybe to soak up any bit of juice he can because maybe he ain't gonna get no money.
Oh, no. That's probably what's happening. I mean,
know
like
what I
he
mean?
actually,
Trying to make a name for some whatever he can. I'm the guy's billionaire.
he
son.
posted a picture of some like DJ with like who just signed his shoe that like he's like standing next to and like acting like they're friends. And the DJ today came
what the
out,
fuck?
made a statement that was like, I've never seen this kid before. Like, I just took the picture and signed his autograph at the meet and
Yeah, like
greet.
any
you
other
know what I
fan
mean?
would. Yeah, exactly.
How hard do you think it is to like, what if it was all a publicity stunt? Like they're just hiding.
My first thought was this kid isn't really, it's not really his stepdad.
like
and this is just a really funny way for him to work his
Yeah,
way
the
into this
submarine.
news
You
cycle.
You think like, oh, it's like a troll?
Yeah, they're just hiding. Like how hard is it to hide from sonar?
No.
Nah, they're not that.
Like, we're
nah,
back,
they're
guys.
died.
We're
What I
fucking
think
back.
happened is they
think
went
they're
down
gone.
there and it broke because
Yeah.
humans are not allowed to go down there.
Well, also
Yeah.
because it
You
had that
fucking-
little like fucking
Stupid.
porthole. It had the
Stupid.
porthole window that they couldn't even see out of.
You're not smart. Like they were not smart enough to build that shit, bro. Like you can't go down there. You can't go down there, dude.
It's
Too
not
much
that they weren't
pressure.
smart enough. It's that people told them this shit wouldn't wouldn't hold.
And they're
under
like,
that
"Bro."
pressure. And they were like, fuck you guys.
It's a human. They're like
Safety
I got this.
schmafety.
They're like, I got this. It's just sometimes you just the human. They just want to prove you wrong.
It's hubris.
Like let me prove you wrong. It's just you have to do it sometimes.
I mean, I will say
Damn.
James Cameron spent $1 billion to do it. So it definitely like.
Yeah, there's a different price range. Homie built his shit at fucking Home Depot and Lowe's.
Well, he also did it for he made
Fuck.
$1 billion off of making a movie about it. Like he could
Like,
afford to run his side
I just
project.
don't
You know what
understand
I mean?
how.
Like now he can go to out. I'm surprised he's not doing SpaceX because of the Avatar shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like go to space.
Like, oh, I made so much money off Avatar. Might as well try and find some weird.
Fuck
So you
going
guys
to
think it was
aliens.
instant they died, or do you think they realized at one point like, oh, we're fucked?
No, I mean
Or
it
do you
probably
think
happened
just,
like one screw. I mean, well, they can't even like it probably just happened. Like one thing broke, and then there was like, oh fuck.
So that's the most
And the-
likely situation is that
fucked.
just imploded.
Like-
but like if they're still down there, because like I said, but they were like hearing banging and shit like that, which like also they're hearing banging in the ocean.
In the
So
fucking
What does
it
that
could
mean?
be like
ocean.
something on the side.
we
of the
find
boat.
something else.
Anything.
We find
It
something
could be
completely
fucking
else.
anything,
Or it's the tiny tin can just smacking
It's
against
the-
the side of the fucking.
It's the fucking
Damn.
Titanians.
They're
down
just
there
smaller.
fucking with us.
They're like mini people now.
But if
They're
they
alive.
if they are consciously lost, right?
mushrooms are working.
I got to imagine that by now, like, not that they need to like eat each other, but that like someone, especially if there's like a billionaire on board,
Someone's going crazy.
like someone started trying to kill someone else for more time.
Oh, they snapped. No, someone snapped for sure. There's a murder going down. If they're just
I imagine-
sitting on the fucking bottom of the ocean.
I imagine the
right now,
CEO of that company that's in there
I'm
is
snapping
like
his fucking neck.
is a fine paste on the bottom of the boat right now. Like I imagine that they were like,
A nice
oh, okay,
rug.
the guy who got us in here, yep, you're the first. You
I'm,
signed.
I'm
Sorry.
snapping his fucking neck.
Stop
10
the
hours
fuck
in,
out.
dude. I'm like, yo, you don't have a backup controller?
Oh,
yeah,
you
I'd be
mean,
pretty pissed.
Bang.
You mean there's nothing
What?
we can do out here?
What? No, you're not taking my oxygen, bro. Fuck you.
That's the craziest part. Like how
Gotta go.
How much do you gotta want to do something to pay $250,000 to it and then like see what a shit show it looks like and still be like, I'm getting into this thing. And oh
That's
yeah, you're gonna bolt me in from the outside.
That's why I don't feel bad
No
about
big
a
deal.
single soul that's on that fucking thing. I don't know. I don't
Yeah, they
even
knew
care.
what they're getting into, I guess, you know?
No, they're all stupid.
By the time that thing
not
had
even
like
that they knew. They're
that
fucking
thing had
dumb.
like at least a dozen bolts on the outside, right? So like they had like
You had
if by-
time
yeah,
to be
if-
like, yo,
if by the
actually,
sixth bolt you weren't like, you know what,
this
is
seems weird.
this is a death box. Like, I need to get the
what
fuck out of here.
fuck?
Darwinism.
They-
At some
I hate to
point.
say it, but I mean, fuck. Some people just gotta,
I wonder
gotta
how many
deal with your
suc-
stupidness.
I
I
feel
wonder how
bad
many
for the kid.
successful voyages they had.
I do feel bad for the kid. Oh wait, I got a story about that. But I feel bad for the kid because like this is probably not what he wants to
It
be
was
doing on his summer
no,
vacation.
he was trying to bond with his fucking
And
dad or something.
I don't know that he was even trying to bond. Like his dad was like, I paid $250,000.
Get in the
You're coming
fucking-
on
Yeah,
this
you gotta
fucking
come.
thing with me.
Damn,
And now he's stuck in the bottom
now
of the
he's
ocean.
fucking bottom of the ocean. Dead
But
ass.
CBS or NBC or something sent a journalist to go down and do one of these like a while ago.
In this
And-
same thing.
But yeah. And when they first went, they lost the boat or they lost the sub, not with the guy in it, but like just on, he was there while a second one got lost.
Oh, they didn't put a
For,
person
like-
in there.
For like, no. Like there was a vessel that got lost for like 6 hours.
With
and they
no
found
human-
it.
with no human.
I think there was humans in it. They had cut off. So the reason why he didn't actually post about it, he said, is because they had cut off Wi-Fi on the boat so that they couldn't post about it while it was happening. So it wasn't like a breaking news thing. But he posted coverage of this experience and did not mention at all that another boat got lost for 5 hours. So the fact that
Is that bad?
I think it's kind of like, it seems like it should have been the headline. You know what I
seems
mean?
weird.
Like it's possible that these boats just get lost and you're just a needle in a haystack in the most pressure that more pressure than humans can sustain in.
What happens to
It
a
just
human,
seems like a death trap written all over.
What happens to a human body if you're that far? It's instant, right?
guess so.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not. It's like right away.
I mean, it's like if you go to space, like you just get, you know?
Or it's interstellar and you go to another dimension.
you won't take.
I mean, that would be cool.
you
That would
couldn't
be
pay me $250,000 to get in that thing.
Really?
No,
That's actually the funniest part about it. Is like,
No.
that's the
Yeah,
question
probably,
that's been on Twitter.
Fuck
Is like,
no.
if it were on the other hand, and they were paying you $250,000, and most people are still like, well,
Nah.
granted, it is what we know now, but even just looking at it, like my answer would definitely be like, no
My-
fucking way.
I would have so
I don't
much
like heights,
fucking
and I don't
anxiety
wanna go
looking
underwater.
at it. I'd be like, nah, this does not look safe, bro. I get scared going on the fucking goddamn Disney fucking land submarine, finding fucking Nemo 4 feet under the water. You think I'm gonna go to goddamn Titanic?
My thing is like, I'll go snorkeling,
The
but
fuck?
even like the idea of scuba diving into caves, like that shit is.
Oh,
Oh no, that's
not trying to-
nah. We're not supposed to be doing there, dude. Have you
It's-
seen a fish? You ever try to touch a fish underwater? Yeah, how fast you reach out and it's behind you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're different.
fucking dude, we suck in the water. You can't do it.
It's
Can't do
also
it.
it's also that like some of these we don't know all the shit that's down there.
I don't want to know.
Not
What's that
even
fucking-
close. I feel like we don't even know.
I
half
don't
of
want to
it.
know.
Did you guys see the Meg?
Megalodon?
The movie The Meg.
No.
Okay, so it's with Jason Statham movie. and
Okay.
I really like his action movies. So
Okay,
of course
yeah,
I got
yeah,
suckered
yeah.
into watching it.
Shark movie.
So basically, like they're sending. It's kind of similar to this. Like they're trying to go to like the deepest trench in the world or some shit like that, and they like think that where they find what they think is the bottom is actually just like a layer of atmosphere, and below there's even like more crazy fucking shit, and that's where the megalodon is, right?
Wow. You need to stay away from that shit.
That's the Meg.
But like that's my thought process in this whole thing is not that they're going to find some giant shark or something like that, but like they know giant squids are down there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you've seen the scars on like big ass whales and shit from having fights with them. You're like,
exactly.
what is that?
This thing's this controller is supposed to get you out of a fucking a
little pickle?
mega squid.
Yeah, no, it might have got eaten by a whale or some shit, bro. I don't know. That thing is gone though. GG's,
Yeah,
guys.
that shit's
GG's.
gone.
Hey, you know what it is? You fucked around and you found out. That's just what happened.
That's what it is. They hit that quotient.
It's just you fucked around a little bit too hard right there. Like,
That's actually go back to that graphic.
why do you want to
So
see that?
they're like fucking 16 Empire State Buildings underwater. Like that's like you fucked up, bro. I don't want to go one. I actually, you know how I found out that I don't like heights.
Fucking weird stuff.
I went up to the Eiffel Tower and I got to like the viewing point, which is not even at the top of the tower, and I was like, oh fuck no, I'm getting down right.
Yeah, I don't like heights.
I
Like,
never realized
even watching those. How I know is because like you ever seen like those like crazy like Russian parkour videos?
Yes.
My feet sweat and I'm like, whoa.
So I definitely
that's weird.
I definitely get sweaty palms from stuff like that.
Like, no,
too.
your feet get sweaty, bro, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna die, and I'm just watching it. I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
And once you get up to that, because like I'm not even afraid to fly. Like that's the craziest part. But like
I
when
hate
you're like
flying.
when you're up on that platform and you're like, oh, if I fall from here,
It's over.
it's just no, not even it's over. It's I am a splat. Like it's
Yeah.
like my whole I'm a stain on the pavement. I'm not even a body anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Disintegrated.
nah, I don't need that.
Damn. And then you're a couple seconds in the air too. You're just chilling. I wonder what I think about. Probably nothing.
You might.
Yeah, I'd love to be screaming.
Your brain would probably shut off, honestly.
Yeah,
Your
for
brain would
sure.
probably save, like,
You just
know what I mean?
pass out from
Yeah,
fear.
your brain would just be like,
Your brain's like, damn it, bro. Really?
You're like, your brain's like, you fucking idiot. Turns off. It's like, we got to restart this shit.
Ooh, the
Wouldn't that be
restart.
great though if you go splat and then all of a sudden it's like
You just wake up.
fucking level 2 or fucking life 2.
Wow. That'd be insane.
That'd be
That's what I'm hoping.
Like one
now.
heart
that'd be
goes away.
super frustrating.
One
You're
heart
just-
goes away, and you're like, ah.
You're like,
Could it be worse?
I'm hoping that when we die here, it's like we wake up at like it's like a dream and something else. Like I think that would be cool. I don't like to think about
What?
that.
I feel like I've
That
heard
would
about
be
those
fun.
where it's like a
Deep
person goes
simulation.
into a coma and they have like an insane life in that coma.
Oh,
and like
yeah,
they
for
live
sure.
like an entire life and then they wake up and they're like,
well,
wait,
dude,
what the fuck?
I'll be tripping on it because like my wife's pregnant right now and she literally has the most vivid fucking dreams. that
Really?
I've
She can
ever
like
heard.
recall them and everything.
Nah, bro, it's like worse than that, dog. It's like, it's
She
a
wakes
trip.
up convinced that she's part of
No, like that. Like she just like she'll tell me every detail. And it's like I just worked a full shift at my old job in high school, Victoria's Secret, and it was an 8-hour shift. Like, and I was
she's,
real,
like,
and I'm
tired?
exhausted.
Wow.
And I was like, what? And she'll tell me everything that happened on lunch break.
Damn.
Time break. I'm like,
she's
I
getting the
still have-
baby
what is, like,
dreams.
what is that? Like,
getting
what
the
the,
baby
fuck is
dreams.
that?
I
shit,
still
dude?
wake
Like,
up sometimes like in a sweat, like I'm late for school,
dude.
which like
tripping.
Or I every once in a while, like every couple months, and it might actually be a time of year I haven't actually thought about it, but like I'll have what if I fail out of college? Like nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna be just a few credits short. And like I've had my degree for fucking over a decade.
That's
Like, why am I
possible
still
scenario?
Yeah, why am I still feeling this fear?
That's crazy.
You know,
Endless possibilities, man. Who knows?
Dreams, man. Wonder
Dream,
what they
dream-
are.
the dream stuff is fucking weird. Like her having so many vivid dreams of just like crazy scenarios that she can recall perfectly. I'm like,
Yeah, I barely
are
dream.
you in like
honestly.
another
Really?
world? Like
Yeah.
I can't recall dreams for shit.
I feel like I could like nightmares. I remember, but like
Yeah, the bad ones I remember, but like maybe I dream all the time and don't remember the good ones, I guess.
they're just like so they also say that you dream like a shitload of times per night. You know what I mean? Actually, wait.
Mm.
Have you guys seen the Waking Life?
I don't
That
think so.
old. Okay, so you want to see a fucking really cool like far out movie?
Yeah.
It's called Waking Life,
Okay.
and it's like it was one of the first movies that they like shot, but then like doodled over. So like
Oh,
it's
trippy.
It's live action, but like there's all sorts of elements that are happening in the side, like as they're it's just a collection of like heady conversations, right?
Okay.
But like one of them, they're talking about like evolution, and they're like in front of a fish tank, and like as they're talking about it, like the fish sprouts legs and starts walking and stuff like that.
Woo.
So like it's cool to check out. But there's one
I like
bit in it where they're talking about like how in like dream reality, how like you can go and fall and have a dream like that, like your wife was saying, where she like just had that whole thing. But you know how that could last for like 2 seconds, right? Like
in our reality,
exactly.
But it's like a full 8-hour experience or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what they were saying is like the afterlife is like basically that fucking chemical, that the chemicals firing in your brain just like a dream, but it feels like whatever all these people want it to be. So when when you die and like your body shuts off and there's just this shit happening, whatever, that could really be like infinity, because it's just fucking energy. It's just chemicals, right?
Yeah.
So like,
there's not a time constraint on it now.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So the whole movie is just weird conversations like that. You should definitely check it out.
As the mushrooms hit me right now.
Like,
like, holy shit, infinite.
Perfect timing.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's amazing, actually.
I believe that for sure. Go on a little DMT trip when you die or something.
Are you guys religious? Do you believe in like the afterlife or?
You know, I'm not
God.
sure what, I mean, I believe in there's something that's got to happen. You know, just like your body is just GG's after this, like, fuck.
It's got to go somewhere.
Like, come on.
You can't
Fuck
kill
that.
energy, right? So
Yeah.
like we all
The
kind of
energy's got to go to something.
It's not created.
Right?
Well, it's also like-
destroyed. It's gotta.
we're all like the same matter from the Big Bang, right? So like to some degree, like even when we're decomposing or whatever, it's like that same matter is getting recycled and energy is getting recycled into the universe. You know what I mean? So it's coming back as other things.
We're
but-
Stardust.
Well, there's a crazy
Yeah.
short
Dun, dun, dun,
story.
dun, dun.
And like I've read I was raised Jewish. I've fucking read the Bible. All of them just seem like, fucking like stories to like keep the masses in line, right? Like
Mhm.
whatever. But there's this short story called The Egg. That's basically like, someone dies and they're talking with God, and the conversation that they have with God is like, basically we are individual cells and part of a bigger body. So like we all are like experiencing these things, whatever, but like we're all a part of the bigger earth, right? So like while we all feel like we're on these unique paths, we're actually all the same matter that's part of the whole thing. And eventually when the earth has run its course, then we will be born as a god. It's essentially like the collection of it, right? But the reason why I like it and like I kind of was like always stuck with me is because like the idea is that like I am you and you are me, right? Like we're all that same matter. And I think that's like something that I've always really held on to, is that like when you hurt someone else, you're just hurting you in a way that you don't understand. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That just seems, I know it's kind of heady, but that was
I see what you're saying, though.
I read that and like
We're more connected than most people think.
100%.
You know, like a lot of people think that they're super isolated in how they feel or, things that they're dealing with. But at the end of the day, it's like we're all fucking human beings. Like we definitely have, different life experiences and stuff. But the reality is
yeah, we're more alike than we are different.
Fuck, way more alike than we are different.
Like, see the new Spider-Man?
No, I haven't.
But I love multiverse conversations.
Yeah. That's like a whole like theme of the movie without
Really?
spoilers, is that like there's a bunch of Spider-Men and they all deal with the same shit, like in all these universes.
Like same shit, meaning like personal life issues and things like that.
Yeah, they're called like canon events. Like everything happens to these like Spider-Men in order to like be Spider-Man.
To grow into the person
have to like
go through these
there.
events. Yeah.
Like
So
character
that's
building.
Oh, like so
experiences.
like Bill or like the uncle dying and shit
Right,
like that.
100%. And it's like no matter what Spider-Man it is, like that happens.
Well, it's also if you
that
think
type
about,
of experience.
Right.
Sure it be.
if you think about the idea of dimensions, right? Like the idea of infinite dimensions basically mean that like every decision we make should spur off.
It's supposed to happen, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, yeah, but like
Mathematically.
exactly. It happened here, but it didn't happen in a million other ones.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So like that's a fucking cool. Like that's actually, I don't remember who brought up Interstellar before, but like
Yeah.
I feel like
Great movie.
this is the best fucking cannabis content, bro. Is like talking about like that kind of like weird shit that doesn't really have answers. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
everyone can like,
Yeah, just tripping on it a little bit, dude. Because it's like it's weird things that like people like. I think you should be thinking about.
exactly. And like
Yeah.
also things that like, unlike everything else online, like, no, like I don't care about your opinion on abortion. You know what I mean? But I would love to hear what you think about fucking universes.
Yeah, I don't want your political view. What's going on with fucking the universe?
What do you think? Where do you stand on aliens?
Yeah,
you know,
like
what
that's
I
some
mean?
shit I want to fucking hear. Exactly.
Do you believe in them or are you stupid?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You think it was real aliens in Vegas? That touchdown or whatever those were?
I'll be honest, I haven't even watched that footage because like, yes. Like I just like, I don't even need to
It's
see
like-
them anymore. Like I know they're there. Like the fact that like it's ignorant and egotistical for us to pretend that they're not.
I'm just like tripping on like, are y'all gonna kill us? Or y'all chill? Can we just know that?
Okay, so
I think
Can
it
we
would
just
have
know
already
that?
killed this.
so
movie.
here's my
Like,
thing.
are y'all part human?
I
Have
think
y'all been
that's-
here before?
I think that's too.
Are you part of us?
That's like a very human way of thinking, right? Like we need to stop like
Yeah, I'm
everything-
human.
No, but everything- but I mean, like everything that's out there, like we'll get to the next state of being when we fucking stop thinking about like fighting things and just thinking about like, okay, let's just go connect with what's out there.
Oh,
Not
for
like,
sure. For
oh,
sure.
we
For
gotta
sure, for sure.
fucking build space weapons so that we could
gotta
fight
murk
some
these
aliens
things,
we've
dude.
never met. You know
No,
what I
they're-
mean?
I feel like they just-
like nah, like we should just go make a bunch of friends, bring them some weed.
Are we gonna
You know
have some
what I
space mushrooms? I'm down.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying, bro. If we just went to like all these different,
I wonder if they just take DMT.
it makes your
I
brain
wanna-
big,
That's
and
their
then you
food.
become an alien.
I'm gonna
Like,
say
that's
this
what I do.
publicly right now.
Is that how we do it?
If NASA ever needs an astronaut to just go and like smoke weed in extra outer space and find, you know, aliens and get high with them, your guy right here. I'm sure we'll all sign up. We're
I'm
in.
down.
I'm not
Maybe.
You're not down. Tim's like,
Nah, I got a baby coming soon.
I knew it was the baby.
Yeah.
I knew it was. What if you could? What if you could bring the baby and start a space life?
Ooh.
Fuck.
And then your baby's gonna be like
The first space
fuck-
baby.
It's pretty risky.
Well,
but it's
also
kinda
just like
dope.
fuck multi language. You're gonna be have
Space
the
language.
first
What's up?
you know
Multi-dimensional or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
Fuck.
for space family. Dun, 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 dun.
Damn.
Come on, bro.
Living in
Think about-
space is kind of be.
When I was a
How
kid,
long does
I
it take
used
to
be
get to
bummed.
Mars?
Months.
3 years?
How long does it take to get
Months.
to Mars? I don't know.
Fucking years?
Google it, bro.
It probably takes years, right?
No,
No,
don't
no
actually
way.
Google it. Don't actually.
There's no way.
It's gotta take
The
years.
answer is a fuck ton of time.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm down to commit that long. Nah, I'm saying on
Listen,
Earth.
we're not
I'm
actually
not
talking.
going to space.
We're not actually talking with like real, because like if you were to go to try and do it today, you'd have to be in like a SpaceX ship, which like or like this fucking submarine thing, which like yeah, no, it's not.
No, we need like another like.
I need a
few
space
decades.
colony
We need a few
before I do
decades.
it.
Yeah, we need a few decades. I
I-
don't want to.
like-
I don't want to be like alpha
No.
citizen.
long?
I'm good, dude.
It takes 7 months to get to Mars. That's it.
Fuck, we're kind of honestly.
Wow,
Fucking
I'm
NASA,
actually
dude.
It's kinda juiced.
Why don't we have a colony there? That's
I don't
like
know.
NASA is fucked up, bro.
Too much money. Or maybe there is one. They don't tell us.
That's actually so. You believe in like the conspiracies about the dark side of the moon?
Ooh, like there's shit going on over there.
Yeah.
Probably.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because there's like one, what is
Like
it? Like there's
space
one half of the
factories?
moon we never see, right?
We never
Because,
see
like,
it,
how
yeah.
it
Ever.
rotates.
Yeah, we've never seen it.
Can't even go over
I have
there.
no
or what?
idea if that's true. I just
I don't know. I'm
I
just
just know it's-
I just stared at him right in the eye and fucking, what's up? I believe it. That's
like-
how fucked it. You could just
They both
say
were- I
shit
was
like
like,
that.
they
You
both
can
were
just
flat.
say it.
It's flat, right?
Google
so
it.
we're just looking at one thing.
Everything's flat, John.
I know.
The flat Earth.
It's actually a triangle.
My favorite part is
Ooh.
of the flat earthers is you see the community is like flat earthers around the globe or some shit like that.
Hey, that doesn't make sense, sir.
The globe.
I don't know if you guys get or the guy who like
need
made
a
the
dab.
rocket ship to like prove that like it's not true. Like, what do you think you're gonna? You've been on a plane before?
Yeah. I feel like I've seen some of those videos where like the flat earthers try to do some shit and they just
And they actually
that
prove
it's-
themselves wrong.
Yeah,
They're like,
The
they're
guy
like,
killed
"Fuck."
himself fucking trying to shoot himself off in a rocket. Like, go figure, bro. There are things called planes. You can fly in those.
No, sir.
Damn. They used to think you just fall off the earth, huh? That's crazy. That's what like people believed for a minute.
That's the funniest part about it too. Is like, what did you think that like water? It was just like a waterfall off the side of the space, bro. Like, come on. Why do
what
we
does
still have
happen?
water? Like, why isn't all the water falling
Yeah,
off?
where
yet?
did it go?
It's like one of those infinity pools at the end. It's like
we got a drain at the bottom that's recycling it back up.
just the edge. Yeah, that'd be sick, honestly. That'd
That
be
would
more
be really
sick.
cool. That would be really cool.
It'd be packed as fuck all the time. The edge of the earth. Be the biggest
Be a
tourist spot.
horrible tourist spot to
Yeah,
be.
Yeah,
for
right.
sure.
Fuck.
Fucking Times Square, but around the world.
That'd be a nightmare.
I guess there'd be a lot of edges, you know. Can go along.
Oh,
the whole
whoa,
thing.
trippy. Whoa.
There'd definitely be
Yeah.
a rich people section.
Yeah, for sure. Like where it looks cool.
I live on the edge of the world. Like, yo, calm down.
You can see the Milky Way from this side.
Calm down.
Damn, that'd be awesome. No, I wish it was flat.
Could I beat a tiger? No.
Oh yes, we got questions for you, man. That's what we ask every guest.
Dun, 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 dun.
Could you beat a tiger in 1v1 combat
ever been-
with a sword? With a sword.
Oh, with a sword. Oh, with a sword, probably.
Nice.
Have you ever been in the presence of a tiger?
Have you ever lifted up a sword?
I've been to a zoo.
No. I'm talking about like, have you ever been to Thailand, like where you like can lay next to a tiger?
No.
Okay, so I've done that. And
Damn.
it's $30 American when you get over there. It's fucking fantastic.
That's
It's
ill.
like,
Oh, man, we're
once you
going-
get to
But see,
Thailand,
but
you can
I
live
feel
that
like
way.
that's like very similar to like
Well, but my-
250 grand to go in a metal tube. It's Like, what's
No,
the
no,
what's
no.
the
But
benefit?
so these
of
are
this?
no,
like,
well,
this thing's do a tiger.
This is for Instagram, bro. And these
Oh,
and
okay.
these fucking tigers are clearly doped up. Like
Oh,
just so we're clear, like they're
Could
like
you take on one of those?
the dope ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They don't get up. You fucking, you go lay on them and they just stay there and breathing.
my
Like they're
God.
like they're not living wild.
Oh my god! Yeah, that Eric's like, yeah, I could beat that tiger, pussy.
Bro, I have,
Like, punch
I have
it in
pictures,
sleep.
I have pictures on my Instagram of me laying next, like on, like it's behind me like a
Damn.
fucking
No,
cow.
that's So
You can like put its arm around you. It's all
Yeah, bro.
What?
Actually, the coolest part was
Eric's like, I need to go.
we
I
got to
told you I
feed
could kill
baby
it.
ones, and like their
Oh.
even their paws are like bigger than your hand. So it's like it's kind of fucking. That's why I mean, like, can you beat
The
a tiger
baby
in one-on-one
ones, huh?
combat? Like,
No chance.
no. But if you have a
with a sword.
sword, if you got like a Hattori Hanzo sword,
Whatever
you know
sword
what
you
I
want.
mean?
You know,
Like,
you could have the dual swords if you want, or like one big
oh,
sword.
if you got two swords, bro, and like you could just like fucking.
Do you have
just-
training?
You don't need training.
That's
You
what I'm
just
saying.
hold
He
the
always
sharpest
asks
thing
that. He
ever.
always asks
We
that.
can show you a video where the guy loses his arm right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
But he doesn't have a
I'm-
sword, but he doesn't
I
have a
don't think-
sword.
He
Look,
fucking
again,
loses his hand.
Again,
real
this is what I
fast,
mean.
dude.
If you have a sword that can like slice through anything or like a lightsaber type device, then like yes, of course you're gonna fucking smoke this tiger. But like
I don't know.
if a tiger one
I think
one
a
v one
lightsaber, I'm beating
combat.
anything.
a lightsaber,
I don't think I'm losing it.
I'm
Because-
fighting the tiger with
The
a
only reason-
lightsaber. Sure.
The only reason I say lightsaber is because like I'm trying to think of something that would like actually like slice through
Slice through
something.
a tiger
and,
or-
like,
I feel like
Yeah.
the tiger
a samurai sword should do that.
if you know how to use it.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
I mean,
hold it.
and also this is the thing that they don't tell you, right? So it's not just about how to use it. It's if a fucking tiger is coming at you with all its force and weight, and you fucking even if you put out a sword and like you slice
Skewer it
directly
through the-
through it, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's still got all that force
and
coming
it's gonna
in your direction.
fucking eat your face because
no,
you're killing it.
You're gonna cut its face first.
Ah, no
right? So like the
shot.
face is gonna go
No.
like that. But like you're probably gonna have this fucking thing on you, and so like you're gonna be holding the sword like from your face. trying to
Nah,
push through
it's
the
gonna be
fucking
like an
tiger.
anime
So you
where
might
they
kill
slice
your-
it clean
Yo,
through.
it's
Like-
not gonna be like a fucking anime.
I hate to break it to you,
No
but very,
shot, bro.
very little fights
No
are actually
shot.
like anime.
You're getting fucking smoked, Eric. I'm sorry.
Anime is not known for its realism. It's known
So
for
Thailand, though, we need to go get this photo of
Yeah,
Eric
the
and the tiger. Like,
Bro,
like
we should.
100%.
Tiger Kingdom. It's great. And actually,
Oh,
even
it's a
better than
kingdom.
that, you go to like Koh Chang, for example.
We for
You
sure
can like
need to
hang
go.
out with elephants. Like, yeah, you can go do the tour or whatever, but like you can just go hang out by the beach and like they'll fucking just be wild
Be there.
elephants that are like hanging out there fucking
Oh.
bathing their kids. Like it's fucking crazy.
The elephant kids?
Yeah.
You're like, wait, hold on a second.
No, the human kids that they've stolen from the parents they've trampled. They don't dope up the elephants enough, so they've stomped out a few
They've
tourists.
got a little crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. They're just out. Are they like? Are they scared of humans? Are they just right next to it, or will they like?
So I think
get
they're
it to
just
them?
they're just so socialized that like.
Mm.
Well, it's also like it's same thing with the tigers, right? Like they've been brutalized by humans to some degree, where like they know what to do and what not to do. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
Like the
right.
guys when you're at Tiger Kingdom, like the tigers are very doped up, right?
Mhm.
But like it's still, even if like they accidentally roll over, it could on like a small person, like it could kill them. You know, they got all of these like basically. They're like swords, but it's more like sticks with a sword at the end that they can just like fucking stab them with if they get out of hand.
Oh my
So like,
God.
imagine growing up, these things have gotten
Peter's
stabbed
listening,
a
they're
bunch
like,
of times.
like-
So like they know, like okay, don't
Don't
like
do
don't
this.
do this,
Yeah.
don't do that. You know, it's like training like
I got another animal.
yeah. They could still
Wild.
fuck up, and they're still liable to like go ape shit. It's not like fucking Siegfried and Roy. Like you,
Yeah.
it
Siegfried
could
and
still,
Roy.
you know, it's still a wild animal. But like
It
again,
wakes up from its drugs. Better
that's
watch the fuck out.
it was clearly good drugs. It was actually, I joked when I got there, I was like, this fucking tiger's higher than me. And my friend that I was with at the time was like, you cannot make a joke like that. Because this is way before actually it was so bad. So I went like more than 10 years ago now at this point to visit some friends right after college. And it was so bad over there with weed laws that they literally wouldn't even come with me when I went to, so the word on the street used to be you go to the Jamaican bars, and there's like coincidentally a Jamaican bar in like every town. I just hang out there and like you'll smell it, right? And like then go to the guy who's smoking it and ask, and if you seem cool, usually they'll break you off.
Yeah.
These people would not even go with me to the Jamaican bar. So like your ass is gonna come outside, the cops are just gonna be waiting for you. We're not going to be those guys.
Nope.
I smoked weed all over Thailand. It was terrible weed, I'll say that. But now weed is everywhere in Thailand.
Yeah.
Like it is fucking crazy. You guys should
Damn.
go.
Booming.
That's
you should
awesome.
go.
Did you
yes,
go?
to get the tiger picture, but just go.
Did you go with the High Times guys on that recent
High
trip?
Rise guys.
Oh, the High Rise.
Yeah. So I went with High Rise and Jimmy from LA Weekly.
Nice.
Jimmy Devine.
Jimmy.
And it was fucking crazy. I will say, like, it was weird because we ended up like being like treated like celebrities over there. Like, also, I think it's just Jimmy is just so big and like has like such long hair that like, and his voice is so loud and high pitched that like anywhere we went, he became like, they were just so excited to see him. Like he's the biggest guy in the country. But we like, again, weed is everywhere there now. So like High Rise was just planning on going like shooting like a vlog from the whole thing. He ended up doing like a documentary. It's like, look at how this shit has evolved.
Yeah.
Cause like, actually the funniest part is, so we had like a host guy who was bringing us around, who set up the hotel and all that.
Okay.
The first plane, we get off the plane, and I had actually hit him up like the week before, and I was like, "Listen, like I'm not necessarily speaking for the whole group here, but I just want to like let you know that like this is gonna be like the longest I've gone without smoking in like a very long time. So like I'm probably not gonna be super friendly when you first see me, and if you could bring some weed, that could definitely expedite the process for
It
me,
helps.
right?
Things.
Yeah.
So of course they brought us a blunt to the airport. We smoked it before we left, right?
Love it.
Like literally in the smoking section of the airport. We were like, hit them up. We were like, hey, okay, so you know, you guys got some more? And they're like, you want more?
More? That's
Like-
not enough?
Like, what? Like, are you
damn.
kidding?
You're not high?
Yeah. So like it's the game is crazy over there. Like a gram lasts them. Like no one's smoking more than a gram a day over there. When they saw
Wow.
the size joints that we were rolling,
Like, what
it
the
was,
fuck are you guys doing over
yeah,
here?
it was really funny. But
He's like, yo, I'm using this shit.
Yeah.
Got some
This is what
crackheads.
it's for.
well, the craziest part about it is like their weed on the street there like doesn't even have trichomes. Like it's so humid and just fucking like the climate is just so rough out there that you open a bag and like in 30 minutes it's like deteriorating. You know what I mean?
Whoa,
So
it's just leaf.
yeah,
rough.
it's not just leaf, but it's that the buds don't develop in the same way. You know what I mean? So it's a lot like,
The
have you ever
humidity
seen like a
life.
real land race?
No.
Like, okay.
Oh, actually, like the real like strainy.
Yeah,
like,
the shit that looks like real plant, like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like flowers. Like that's mostly what they're
Should not be
smoking over
smoking
there.
it. Yeah. Like, whoa.
But there are a bunch of people who are bringing over like Cali packs and stuff like that. But if you ship weed over there, because it's like freight shipped, it's going to age the weed because it's on a boat in a fucking metal container in like
Right.
98 degrees for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
So it ages the weed like 2 months in the process. So like we'd see some weed that was like, it was clearly RS, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it didn't look
Not
like
anymore.
RS that like, you know, anybody's writing home about, you know what I mean?
And some fucking on the ship RS.
Was
Yeah.
there any? Was
exactly.
there anything in Thailand to write home about?
We met some cool people that are like it's more like ones to watch than
Oh,
it
okay.
is
Okay.
like things like, so here's something cool. Because of the climate there, it's also very hard to grow strawberries. So everyone was growing or not everyone, but like there were a bunch of businesses that were like doing fucking indoor grows for strawberries.
That's
right?
fire.
Strawberries normally a 4-month cycle.
Okay.
They managed to shrink the grow cycle down to 2 months. And like not
Oh.
just
Huge.
strawberries are fucking fantastic,
No, but that's
but they're
awesome.
like good strawberry, like decent strawberries. You know
good
what I
enough
mean?
to sell.
Exactly. Energy is super expensive out there and it's super hot. So cooling down a building like a warehouse like that is super, super
Yeah,
expensive.
so if you could cut the grow time in half, fuck.
So exactly. So like I'm excited to see like what happens there in like a couple of years because like they have much more real world conditions than like our like greed conditions. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like everyone
yes.
wants more cycles that they could fit in the year and like whatever, but not all those guys are like, and I say this with respect, most of them don't actually have like botany degrees. You know what I mean? Like they'll like read a fucking grow book and think that they're an expert, which is
I
like
am a
cool.
master grower.
Exactly. Exactly. And like no disrespect in those, they definitely grow better weed than I am, even if they're, you know, whatever. Not saying that. But like I also believe that like experts don't call themselves experts. You know what I mean? And like most people, like if you really are passionate about something, you should always be wanting to hear. You should always be wanting to actually. So here, you want to get into something a little bit fucking spicy?
Yeah.
Um,
Spice it up.
The fucking first smoke of the day shit with the
Okay.
they had Glass House on and everyone's fucking pissed at them because
Okay.
like they talked to the cops.
I didn't know that. They're mad.
They're very mad.
Uh-oh.
But I believe that I'm not saying that like you should turn around and go do business with these guys,
Okay.
but I think that you should honestly always talk to everybody and you should like hear what everyone's got to say.
Not from like
especially
the journalist point of view.
not from the journalist
Yeah.
point of view, but also like these are fucking like these are money guys, right? Like there
Okay.
aren't many that are focusing on this space. Like
Sure.
even if it's just figuring out how to play against them, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like understanding where they're coming from is going to benefit you in some way. I'm not
Okay.
saying it's going to like, I'm not saying that to sympathize where they're coming from or anything like that. But like,
Mhm.
again, it's like not reading certain articles or certain books because of like who wrote it. Like, while I appreciate that, like I'm trying to absorb everything and then I can formulate my own opinion. You know what I mean? As opposed to like
I hear that. Yeah.
selectively choosing what I want to consume.
What information that you're bringing in, and then maybe that's shaping that your
because that's an echo chamber, right? Like when it's just like, oh, I just want to hear like these people's opinions of things, or like I just want to whatever. Then it's like, listen, it's like the guys who, with respect, who listen to Joe Rogan and like believe every crazy thing he says about like science. Like respectfully, I would definitely listen to him, like, you know, about working out and fighting and stuff like that. But
sure.
Like, does he have a medical degree? Like, is he actually that smart in any of those realms, or is he just biting with conspiracy theories because there's clicks there? You know what I mean? The public can't see through most of that shit.
Yeah. Instead of, you know, like you're saying, you know, just it's tough for, I feel like just nowadays, most people, they are in that echo chamber where they're not taking any outside opinions that you can't debate, you can't disagree. You know, that is almost gone out the window in today's world, where it's just you have one set of views and all you want to hear is that. Anything else?
Debating
you're
on
the worst
internet,
person in the world. Oh, good luck.
That's like half these kids are just making shit up, and it's like, how are you supposed to like defend against something that is like not real? You know what I mean? But you know, again, it's the nature of the beast. So if you want to be playing that game, but that's also what I mean. Like Joe Rogan does these things for clicks because it drives attention. You know what I mean? Like
it's an attention market. That's what the whole world is right now, is an attention market. And whoever can, you know, garner clicks is going to have the attention. And
100%.
That's what matters right now.
That's what everyone is competing for, eyeballs and, you know, and time. Right.
Erick's got my eyeballs right now. He's rolling a nice doobie over there. I'm distracted. Yeah, I'm distracted.
It's all about the real estate. Exactly. Where are they now? But again, like I think that a lot of these, I don't even know where I'm going. Whatever. Fuck it.
Weed.
Mushrooms.
I'm high.
I'm definitely high.
The mushrooms.
He's right here.
Ooh, do you know what you rolled up?
That was like good ASMR, bro. I'm hearing him like rolling that in the back. What's going on over there?
Actually, not sure what I'm rolling up right here. What? Oh, a little bit.
Ooh, some Swank genetics.
Oh, Swank. Nice. Swank's the homie, man. You met Swank this past weekend, huh?
Bro, fucking legend. Honestly, that was my, Call of Duty was dope and everything, but that was my favorite day. It was sick.
You guys went out there for a competition?
Yeah, it was champs, Call of Duty champs, man. It was amazing. It was a fucking super sick time.
How big was the spot that it was in?
It was huge. It was
Thomas and Mack Center. I'm not sure.
Yeah, where like it was like a college arena.
A few thousand in there.
That's the craziest part about the shit.
Yeah,
how?
No, I mean they were playing. I mean the winner got like, I think the winning team took $1 million. Second place took $660K. Third place took like $320.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, cashed out. It was, I think, prize pool of like $2.2 million.
That's fucking
for playing Call of Duty.
That's like
Call of Duty.
When I was a kid, my mom was like, "You're never gonna make any money fucking being on computers." And
well, guess what, Mom? Guess what, Mom?
If only I spent a few more hours over there.
Now it's like 100%. You can tell your mom.
Yeah.
Yo,
I wonder what the next.
I with weed. Like, are you kidding? Like, look at this. The Wall Street Journal's talking about it. Come on.
I wonder what the next like wave of that is. I feel like it's like sometimes I think like
crypto.
Yeah, or something
Whatever
like you're not. That's not going to
scams.
be the next like thing for sure. And then it's like printing. And
you're like 3 years later. You're like,
yeah, because that's what I thought about. Like that's what I thought about TikTok for a while. I was like, short form content's not the wave. Like that's what I was thinking for years. And I was like, I got left behind. Not really, but like it's fucking like short form content is the shit.
Fuck,
now you gotta like actually focus on it.
But here's the thing,
100%.
and this is what everybody realized. And this is why Vine eventually died. Is because like it's great. Short form content is great for these shorter attention spans, right? But
it's great for the short term.
It's great for short term, yeah. But it's not great for transacting and selling things, right? And like that's what underwrites all of this. Mm-hmm. So until you have a way to like get people to buy shit in like 2 seconds. And like, it's not that like tons of money wasn't spent on Vine and apps like it trying to like whatever.
Sure.
But TikTok, and like, this was the initial point, was all of these things like we don't really hear about, and like the collective, the general population doesn't hear about until it's already super popping. Right.
Yeah.
So like anybody who's like, oh, that's never going to work. Like if you're hearing about it, it already is. Bro.
It's here.
Like I appreciate you don't like it. but like there's enough people. Yeah, there are enough people who do that. Like your opinion doesn't really matter, and that's that's what pisses me off about the internet so much. Is everyone wants to use it as their platform, or use their platform to just talk shit about things they dislike, as opposed to like pulling
they're like
up
soapbox
things
stuff
do.
and just go fucking hard negative on everything.
You're retarded if you like this. Like, fuck you, bro. You know what I mean? Like everything can exist without like you having to,
What's the whole thing?
I feel like it's exhausting too. Like if you're a viewer of that stuff and you just follow your feed of like negativity, like it's almost like a lot of people want to see that. Like it's like Mr. Beast is so popping. It's like everything's so negative. Like there's not a negative thing in a Mr. Beast video. Well, it's like almost like 10 minutes of pure fucking like
it's therapeutic,
serotonin.
right?
Yeah,
like that's actually a bunch of platforms since COVID. I've seen a bunch of platforms like the Good News Network kind of like pop up and try and be like the distraction. The problem is, and like, listen, I've tried to do it with High Times. To distract, the problem is everyone wants to we're chasing the ambulances is actually where all the attention is. Yeah. So like as much as we're like, oh, TMZ is fucking crazy. And isn't it like dumb that like we spend all this time like focusing on celebrity? Like that is where people, what they talk about. Like the Kardashians, the amount of people talking about the Kardashians, even though it's the stupidest fucking show on TV, is like, that's real. Yeah. You know?
Blows my fucking mind. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
And also, but like,
or how much that affects like other things as well. Like not just watching the show, but where they eat or what they do. Or,
the trend.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. And how much
100%.
like that affects pop culture and shit.
When Snapchat was first popping off, when Kylie would fucking post songs on her story, they would chart on Billboard.
Right.
Like people would go and watch that shit.
And then people are music people were paying to get that. You know what I'm saying?
It's just 100%. Like, yeah, she's
the
like
power that to chart a song with.
Now it's like
you
also
TikTok. Gotta remember that shit's like it's like that's a circus family, bro. Like like that. And with all due respect, she's a genius, but like she sold out her daughter's fucking innocence to America for superstardom. Like. She deserves it.
It worked.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, if you're willing to throw it all at it like that, like you deserve it.
That is some crazy shit. They're out there. Yeah, I definitly have like.
I feel bad for Ray J. I feel like he's like
really
the only one that
really made it.
Yeah,
he's
the only one who hasn't like really come up.
He's like, this is some bullshit.
You know what I mean? I love no disrespect to Ray J. I don't mean that in like a I
mean, you got the unbreakable glasses. What do you mean?
That's come on. Like he's fucking selling those fucking rabbit glasses.
Break these glasses.
Things
they're
ain't
unbreakable.
Things ain't going that well if that's.
I promise you, they're unbreakable.
Unbreakable glasses. Damn, what a way to just like
going and giving him to Speedy, challenging him on his show.
Good fucking times. Oh man, this joint looks amazing too. By the way,
it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Yeah. That's good swank, man. That's good swank. Good shout out to our good friend Chris. But that was a highlight of year besides the COD stuff you said? Was seeing the operation.
Nah, not even just see it. Just Chris was just a really good dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Everyone
had some good conversation with him about his LED setup. It was one of the nicest LED setups that I've seen.
Growing with
and
LEDs.
The weed was like really good. And I was tripping on him. I was, what the fuck's going on here, bro? Like, you have like a secret room with Gavitas or something? Like, what the fuck? Hello?
Did you say with Bovitas?
Gavita.
Yeah. The humidity packs.
Like something, it was just.
Like,
it was just.
Did you think?
It was just odd though, how the weed was just absolutely. It was the best LED weed I've seen. I was very impressed. And then his rosin was
nothing like the Roz. Nothing
like the good Roz. And then, but the flight fucked it up. Dude.
The realities of growing in the desert, though, bro. Like that's like the people learn. Las Vegas has been online, or Nevada has been online long enough now, where like most of these rooms are going to start to get really dialed. You know what I mean? Like most of these guys understand what they're battling against.
Yeah, you can't use those fucking. I mean, the heat. Like he had no heat going on. I was tripping on the light. I was like, oh,
in Oklahoma, they're running their lights at night because it just saves so much money.
Yeah,
like it's so hot during the day, you know?
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's crazy how much is evolved and gone into. But let's take it back a little bit. When and where did you first get into the weed game?
Ooh, so I started in the weed game because I couldn't really afford to smoke as much as I wanted to smoke.
Classic story.
And this has been contested the last time I was home. I thought I was 12, maybe I was 13, but like when I was in middle school, and I actually, the person who's contesting it was there at the time that we were smoking. But when it happened is
Like, you fucking liar.
he's like, I had my bar mitzvah. I was like, all right, maybe you had yours, I didn't have mine. I don't fucking
You were
know.
13.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But and like I wasn't like in love with it immediately. Probably because the first people that I smoked with weren't like homies. But then like as soon as like my friends and I smoked for the first time, it was on. And I never really had money for anything. So like even like I started like doing street team stuff and like trying to figure out how I could be useful to bands so that I could get fucking free tickets to concerts. Because I couldn't afford that. So like I'd been doing that for like a year already. And I was like, oh, I could just do this with weed. Like if I pick up an ounce and then like
just
figure
street
out
team
what to do
this
with
shit.
3/4 of it. And, like, whatever, exactly. Like that's not drug dealing, right?
I know how to pass out flyers.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so like I will say at the end of high school, I kind of like I stopped hanging out with those kids as much because like they started doing just some weirder shit. And I was like, I'm not ready. Like this is also when I like still thought like mushrooms and acid were like, you know, like
Is it a gateway
very
drug?
dangerous. Not a gateway drug. Like I was doing enough weed where like
That's
I
what
knew
they
that
were
was-
getting into, or worse,
yeah.
worse than that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. That's what they were doing, but like pills too. And
Right,
like,
right,
Okay.
whatever. And
Okay.
like,
And you're like, I'm not trying to level up into that.
Yeah.
so
shit.
I had when I was a kid, I had ADHD, quote unquote. Like I never wanted to do homework when I got out of school. So my mom's a straight A student. So my mom thought there was something wrong with me. So I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was like fucking probably 6 or 7, right? Like when I first started going to school, however old that is. So by the time I was like 12 years old, like I was like, I need to stop. I told my mom, like, I need to stop taking this medicine because like it makes me feel suicidal. You know what I mean? So like I was like very like
You were well versed in it.
I was very like fear and respect pills. You know what I mean? Like I'll take them if like I'm very sick, but like 'cause I got hit by a car and like
I don't want to take this
give
shit.
me some
though.
painkillers. But like I'm also like not trying to like whatever.
Yeah.
And like a lot of kids I grew up with like ended up like, you know, overdosing on heroin and shit like that because Roxy's turned into
Opiates.
dope and you know whatever. So yeah, so I kind of like avoided that. And then when I like went to college, I discovered psychedelic, or I didn't discover it, but like I was like, all right, let me try some psychedelics. And I was like, oh, this is fun.
Like this is
Nice.
the
I've
weed.
been just holding this joint.
What did you go to
Okay.
college for?
Smoke it up.
What'd you say?
What did you go to college for?
So originally marketing, and then I realized there was like a lot of math classes and stupid shit like that. So I went for journalism and PR.
Nice. And that's what you kind of pursued in cannabis, would you say professionally, or was just like still trapping after
No,
college
so
and
I
during
was-
college and stuff?
I was actually, when I was in college, I was working for Red Bull and I was throwing concerts.
Oh, triple.
So I thought I would
Weird
either
circle.
go, yeah.
He
What?
worked for a fucking Red Bull. That
Oh,
was
really?
That was like one of his first jobs.
In school, in college?
I mean,
were you
you
student
could say
brand manager?
college, sure. I was like, you could say
Okay.
college.
So I was a
sure.
student brand manager, which is like part of their thing is like, it's like a, basically like a management training program.
Sure,
Where like
yeah.
they pick like Wings team will come and are like the marketing girls. But like these are the kids that are like, okay, like you pick out like who the influencers are before influencers were a thing.
The influential people around campus.
Yeah, or
and
like
stuff,
what
the
parties
popular
matter.
kids.
See if you can go and like if we bring some Red Bull, if they'll be down with it, or if we can bring a fucking DJ booth. Or
Yeah,
something
how can we
like
get
that.
some good marketing out of this fucking
Exactly.
campus? Gotcha.
But they would like put us in like super high level marketing classes.
Oh.
So like it would be like we do a trip every year, and it would be like, okay, like think about this. And so like actually the first thing, the reason why I got like I was kind of could do no wrong is, and this is such a stupid fucking idea. I feel silly even saying it. But the very first day, my first year, they flew us out to Detroit for the air race. You know what the air
Okay.
race is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like all like 300 fucking SBMs from around the country, just
Jeez.
hanging out with like a bunch of booze, and like I was fucking 17 years old at the time, and Red Bull, and they were like, you know, see what fucking tastes good, you know, like whatever, you got to be like the voice of the brand on campus. Then they put us in this class, and they were like, they broke us into groups, and they were like, think about how you could tie Red Bull into like a big moment in college, right? And so my groups was moving day. So I was like, all right, this is easy. Let's fucking insulate a moving box, fucking slip it into people fill it with ice and Red Bull and maybe some flyers of what's going on, like slip it into people's rooms, like all like surprise.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So just be unpacking, and then all of a sudden
That's
they'd be
fine.
like, oh, this is fucking cool. Like
Nice.
I'd be hyped.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
Especially the key point of the idea was like, here's a bunch of cool shit that's going on this week. Or
Oh,
like,
cool.
you know, whatever.
To, like inform the new student.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's what I thought the real value prop was. That was
Yeah.
too hard to replicate. So they were just like, they just insulated boxes and
Well,
did it
here's
like
some
that.
shit.
But they started doing it at every campus across country.
Oh no way.
Yeah. So
That's
like, and
awesome.
it wasn't huge. Like they only did like, I think it was like between like 150 and like
Whatever.
1,500 boxes, depending on the size
That's
of the
cool,
university.
though.
But yeah, so like I was basically in for like the rest of my college program.
They're like, this guy had a good idea, man.
Well, so I was just
he's a
using
good
that.
one.
I was just using that to like go and meet people. And then like I would like, they took us to, I don't remember what festival it was, but like I had met this artist manager and like the artist never played in New York. So I was like, oh, like I throw shows, like let me bring you to New York, right? The artist was Israeli. I had never done like an out of state artist before, let alone an international artist.
They're like, holy shit.
And so, yeah, so we just kind of like, I'm used to like, you know, kind of snowballing things into trying to make bigger shit happen.
Fucking amazing.
And that fucking festival, that first festival meeting turned into the biggest show that I ever did. And the reason why is because I learned in that process how much more I had signed up for and like how much liability.
You're like, yeah, I got to step this the fuck up.
No, it was also like, I was like, oh, this better work because if not, I am so fucked. Like I couldn't pay for the flight. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't.
Because international flights.
Yeah.
Bro, the show
way
was
more expensive.
The show from Israel, bro. The show was on a Wednesday night in December and a blizzard happened.
Oh.
It was a disaster. But the show, like we literally the day before we had sold like 100 tickets. We ended up selling like 700 tickets the next day.
Day of.
Nice.
Yeah, day of. It was like the only thing to do in the blizzard.
That
You
was
know
still
what I mean?
open.
So all of Brooklyn came out. Like,
They're like,
whatever.
fuck it. Buy tickets. We're going to this fucking Israeli
The
artist.
venue-
Let's go.
It was dubs. You know Borgor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was Borgor's first show.
No show.
Yeah,
So that's
first
cool.
first New York show.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it ended up being huge, and actually it was funny because that night he
great for
told
them.
me he's like, I want to fuck Miley Cyrus. I want to,
Yo!
I want to do something with the Olsen twins, and there was one other artist. I don't remember who it was, but two of the artists he's already done shit with. Like he's like put out songs with these guys. I'm like, oh good, I'm glad to see dudes fucking bringing it through.
God, what a fucking great story. I love this. I
Damn,
love
that's
this, man.
awesome. So that was all your college? That was like setting up events and doing that? And you...
That was before I was 21, bro.
Oh.
I had my
It's like I was,
21st
yeah, he said he was 17.
Yeah, I was just
I had my
17.
21st birthday at a bar I'd been doing parties at for like 4 years. The guy was like, oh, you're having a birthday party? Like, how old are you turning? I'm like, 21. He's like,
He's
what?
like, hold on a second, sir. This math is not mathing.
That's fire.
He was
So-
actually great though. I will say, shout out to Junior McGillicuddy's New Pots. Red Bull wasn't super great to him, and one of like the super managers was coming into town. So they were like, oh, like we're taking him through a tour of upstate. Like, what's the best bar in New Paltz? And I was like, Cuddy's is where like, you know, the crazy shit happens. So we went to Cuddy's and Junior sat down with him. He's like, I fucking hate your brand, but
Yeah.
Cappetta's the man. So I'll do whatever he needs. And I was like 18 years old at that time. We left and the guy is like, how much do you pay that guy? Do that. And I was like, I wish I had thought to pay him to do something like that.
Probably would have been smart to talk about, right?
Exactly.
Damn. So when did it transition from like, I guess, a music interest to a weed interest? If they're always...
Weed was happening the whole time.
Right.
Weed was always because I never had money to do any of this shit. So like,
Gotcha.
and also when I was doing shows a lot, like I kind of stopped drinking because it was like at the end of the night, if I was just smoking weed, then I could count money. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't need to trust somebody else. It would always be, you know, like if I fucked up, I fuck up. You know, that happens, but like it's on me, not
Right.
some,
You're
you
not
know.
shit-faced drunk or something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like, oh, I know I gave you $700 and there's only like fucking $200 in the envelope, you know? So yeah, and then also like it just became, I don't want to blow up anyone's spot, but having good weed with like talent coming to town, they're always looking for, you know, whatever. So just being able to like pull an ounce out of my backpack and be like, oh yeah, it's $400, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. And like I made great money without leaving the
Right.
venues, you know?
Right.
It's actually funny because now, and it's different management, so I can say this. I used to get like thrown out of my own shows at Webster Hall for smoking weed in the green room while like the talent was like smoking cigarettes. And like now they're like, oh, we want to do this weed event. Like, will you guys come back and like, you know, support, you know?
You're like, do you not remember when I was younger?
How crazy, how much times have changed.
That's insane. So when did you get involved with High Times? Was that immediately after or was that like...
No, so I moved out to California in 2014. And I started working in tech. I was still doing shows, but I was like mostly, at this point, I was super jaded to the whole process. Like I wasn't even going to the shows anymore. I was like mostly doing all the digital shit. And I had like people that were I was working with this company. I don't know. I shouldn't even shout it out because it's been a bunch of years. And they still exist. But we were doing all sorts of parties and like really we had enough people on the team where I didn't have to be there. Like I had people that I could trust, right?
Mhm.
So when opportunity came to move out to LA, I was like, fuck yeah. Like
Yeah.
I can do all this shit on my computer and then just fucking be on the beach in Los Angeles. Like,
Sure.
fuck yeah.
Nice.
And then I was here for like 6 months before I realized how good tech pays. And I was like, fuck concerts. Like I can go work for like these apps that like, and this is like back in like the quote unquote Silicon Beach days. So
Yeah.
like
some
when
startup money.
Snapchat was buying everything in Venice. I worked for this app that was like trying to be like a real-time Yelp. And like
That's interesting.
they had an upside down pyramid scheme that they were running that like they didn't understand how the shit was supposed to work. And basically they were paying me to get reviews on their app, and they were going to pay everyone who reviewed their app $1 for every review they put on. But they were paying me $5 for every review that I got on their app. I swear to God, I tried to explain it to them before we did this. This is upside down.
The system is not working for
they were
y'all.
like, no, we want to motivate you. And I was like, okay,
I'm
problem.
pretty motivated.
Bro,
I went on these.
I went on Craigslist and posted things in every major city like hourly, right? That was just like, oh, you broke? Like go fucking walk around the bars and you're like the main street in your community and review these fucking places, tell people what it's like. And that was the point. Like, so like it was called the next hotspot. But the point was like, so you know, oh, if there are people at the bar or if it's dead. You know what I mean? But they were deleting the reviews after like a few hours. So like it was always, the app always looked empty. So they needed to like get a ton of people talking about it. So again, I posted in every major city, like, hey, you broke, fucking go walk around and do this. I'll give you $1 for everyone you do. The checks were insane. And like
infinite money glitch.
Bro,
activated.
Found the cheat code.
After like 2 months, they were like, bro, we need to renegotiate.
Yeah, we're gonna let you go, dude, because you fucking are draining the company's
No,
treasury.
I tried to be like, you can pay me less, like whatever. They were like, no, we'll give you the same thing we give the kids. So then there's like another 2 months of them still paying me
Bruh.
over aggressively for this, whatever. And then they just ran out of funds.
Yeah, clearly.
I told them, I was like, also like, you don't like motivate people with money because the second you take the money away,
They're not motivated.
they're done. Like they're
Yeah.
not going to keep using it. But
Silly.
you know, again, fucking.
They had to learn. Okay.
Is there enough people?
I've learned with tech guys that they know best, and you're just
Damn right. Just
you're
say
just
yes.
there for the ride. So
Shake. Yes.
you can be a part of the ride, or you can not.
Yeah. You
I've
rode
never
that.
had.
You
I've
rode that
never had.
bitch.
I've never had a problem taking money from rich kids. I
Hey,
just,
fuck.
you know, I try to let them. I try
You tried
be
to
as,
help.
I try to be as helpful as I can.
You tried
you
to
know?
help.
Nice. That's awesome. That's incredible.
It was really funny. And then, how did I get to High Times? High Times was one of the, when I started working at this agency, High Times became one of our clients.
Oh,
And
nice.
then I just been in their ear with, you guys should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And eventually got to shut up and come do it.
Shut up and come do it, they said. I said, all right, all this talk, young man.
Still haven't
get
let
up
me
in
do
here.
most of it, but
Yeah.
you know, we're trying, we're pushing along.
Yeah. So you focus on more of the content and stuff at High Times?
Yeah, I like to call myself the token wook over there. I'm all clean shaven now, so it's funny to say that. But I run the media department.
Okay.
That said, I am at the behest of the bigger organization. So,
Yes.
you know, I have content control, but like we have retail stores now. We have
Right.
events that happen all over the world. So, and licensing deals and shit like that. So I have very little say over any of that stuff.
Mhm.
In fact, I'm usually the one who's like, hey, we can do better. We can do better. And so they just leave me out of those conversations now.
They're like, John, we'll inform you what's going on.
They bring me
okay?
in when there's like something that like they want me to tear apart. Like
Yeah.
when somebody came to pitch us about nicotine vapes. They're like, hey, Cappetta, like,
What do you think about this?
why don't you take this one? I will say I probably I definitely wasn't the most professional moment. Let's say that.
Don't need no nicotine vapes. I'll tell you that.
Nah, definitely not. Not with our brand name on it.
Yeah. What year was that? How long have you been involved with High Times?
So I've been involved with High Times since their 500th issue, which I think was late 2017. But
Nice.
I've been the head of content since the beginning of 2019.
Now, while Tim goes to the restroom, I want to give a quick shout out to the people over at Factor for sponsoring this episode of Pine Park After Dark. Factor is the #1 ready-to-eat meal kit service in the entire country, delivered straight to your doorstep. 34 plus selections, all great on macronutrients if you're trying to track those, if you're trying to get slim, trying to get big, trying to get thick. They got you, bro. They got you. Hella meals to choose from, and they're easy, bro. It's way cheaper than takeout, which is music to our ears because we're trying to spend less money on takeout and more money on our weed. And it gets there in the exact same amount of time. It gets there every single week. pop them in the fridge or in the freezer, and you can get them cooked in just 2 to 3 minutes. That's a W. That's a win-win for me. More time for smoking, more money for smoking, man. You can go to factormeals.com/pinepark50 to get 50% off your first box. That is Factor Meals, FactorMeals.com/pinepark50 for 50% off your first box. All right, Tim's still doing his thing in there. He's taking a little longer than we thought. So we're going to hit you with the back-to-back. Shout out to Babbel for also sponsoring this episode of Pine Park After Dark. Babbel is the #1 language learning app in the entire world. It has more than 10 million active users, and it's an easy way, a really digestible way for us to learn languages that maybe is, we all took a language class in high school or two. It was pretty difficult, and there's just lots of hours of studying and everything. Babbel makes it super easy and super addicting. It's only 15-minute lessons pretty much every single day, and they're not BS lessons. You get actual real-world knowledge and real-world conversation pieces and things that you would need if you're going to visit a country or just want to learn another language really easily. Babbel got you, dude. You can choose from 14 different languages on Babbel, including Spanish, French, Italian, German, and you can also get a 20-day money-back guarantee. So if you feel like you're not making progress in 3 weeks, you can say, you know what, this isn't for me. But we got you, man. You can go to babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com/pinepark. PINEPARK for 55% off your subscription. You won't even want to give a refund at that point. That's babbel.com/pinepark. Okay, nice.
Wow.
Few years.
Yeah, years are piling up there. Fuck
are you
yeah.
more of a fan of like traditional media and like print?
So
or-
I'm a writer, and this whole I will say I was always the behind the scenes guy. Like this is like not super comfortable for me.
Yeah.
I've gotten better at this recently, especially since COVID, because I've had to be we don't really have many people that we can have send out to talk about things, and respectfully, of the people that I have on my team, I'm the LA guy who's at events every weekend.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Some would say the face of it, of the media department.
I do my best to try and keep a because this is a flag that I'm waving. You know what I mean? It's it's actually next year's our 50-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of history there, man.
But
crazy.
deep. Everything that I do is just trying to not just celebrate the brand, but celebrate this culture that got here. And the reason why I came to High Times or went full time with High Times is because it was of all of the people who are now trying to grab this fucking apparent bag of cash. These are the guys that have been here in the dirt, waving this flag. And sure, every brand has a bunch of people that make mistakes and, shit happens. And the brand went some crazy ways. At one point, they wanted to be a literary magazine. Thank God that didn't work very well. But at the same time, we've also had Hunter S. Thompson and William Burroughs and Ken Kesey write for us. You know what I mean? So
some awesome stuff.
Exactly. So for me, it's I'm trying to figure out who the Hunter S. Thompson of today is and give them a platform.
Awesome. And then more so on that traditional writing side, though. Not necessarily.
Right now, with where our budgets are, listen, respectfully, not doing video at a brand level is, in my opinion, more damaging than it is beneficial. Because we're a 50-year-old company, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to do something.
There's a certain level that needs to be at.
Exactly. I can't do
turn
something.
an iPhone on and fucking say, hey.
Exactly. For a lot of years before I came in, people were just doing that, trying to whatever. And while, that's cool and for social, that's great.
Sure.
It's not, you can't do that on the .com and pretend it's not shitty.
There's a production level that is going to be, it needs to be associated with.
Exactly.
You said 50 years, that's a legacy.
Exactly. So for the written stuff, which is where our foundation has always been.
Yeah.
We can do some really cool stuff with that. And so last year we started this column called Weirdos.
Oh, nice.
And that is basically, I made a little fucking anagram or whatever it's called for it so that people aren't so mad about it. But really what it is our rants and raves section. So people, a way for people to say THC percentage is bullshit or Jimmy's pieces, indica and sativa are for dummies.
Yes, I love that. That's a great article. Fuck yeah.
All these conversations that don't really have clear answers, right? That we're not saying, hey, fucking you're an idiot for thinking this way, but hey, we need to stop thinking this way and
check out this other perspective or something.
Or what if we do this? So the indica sativa for dummies, that's more been a like live debate that like Jimmy posted one, then I did a response, and then Todd McCormick, who's been growing for fucking ever.
Yeah, no, Todd. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, then Todd.
Yeah.
So Todd did one for us. We got another one coming later in the summer.
Nice.
And it's all like Jimmy's said, what if we say Afghan and Equatorial? My response is basically like, America's way too racist for that. Like,
yeah, you're getting canceled over your weed now, Jimmy. You better relax.
Exactly. But also, number two, like, we're not talking about Afghani or Equatorial anymore. We're talking about hybridized shit that's grown in America. You know what I mean?
It's weed is nowadays. It's like to even say it's an indica sativa. It's like, dude.
Well, do you know what they literally mean?
No. You want to hit me with that dictionary?
Literally translates
In
to
Latin?
cultivated,
Okay.
and indica translates to of India. So it's all cultivated, and none of it's coming from India nowadays.
So fuck off.
So Todd's response is basically like narrow leaf and broadleaf varietals, which is like
Sure.
where the indica sativa
Sure.
thing comes from. But again, this shit's been so hybridized at this point.
That's my point. Is just
Yeah.
like everything is so watered down where it's just like, what are we really calling this shit? And it's like everybody's chemical makeup is so different. It's going to affect somebody differently. We can all smoke the same fucking strain. And it can affect
That's
us all
why
differently.
understanding the psychoactive chem is so important, and like figuring out like things like, okay, this is the terpene that makes sense for me.
Correct.
Is matters. And like actually to the point about Nevada's doing Nevada requires terpene testing. California does not. Like that's
Yeah, it's
why
odd.
THC percentage fucking dominates this fucking culture. And like you can try and educate people. And like
No,
we
people don't want to be educated. though.
Exactly. We're all so dug in with how much we know about weed that like, no, that's a potency measure, bro. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I smoke weed for fucking decades. And like that, if I smoke a 40%, like it's definitely more than a 23%. And like, hey, fuckhead. Like what's happening is probably someone's got a 23%er and they're paying the lab or threatening their business. And now all of a sudden it's a 40%er. So like you don't even know what you're talking about.
They're getting placeboed, which is the strongest drug in the world. And it's just, you're not going to,
100%.
you can't debate that person. It's impossible. Like,
That's
yes,
the problem.
you are getting higher.
That's the problem
Yes.
debating on the internet.
You are
bro.
fucking higher, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Even in person, they'll fucking debate you to death on that hill. They'll just say, nah, I'm higher.
Yeah.
It's like, you are. You 100% you are higher. I
In your
believe
head.
you.
Yeah,
in your
exactly.
head. Sure. You're fucking way higher, dude. Like, it's working.
Off certain drugs.
Fuck, man. The THC percentage, man.
That's crazy debate and argument for sure. What are your summer favorite brands? Because I know Weirdos is like some of the highlights that you've had.
So Weirdos, So Weirdos is where we talk trash. Copless is what you're talking about. Like, Copless is where I talk about the things that I love.
Ooh, okay.
Some of my favorite brands. That is a fucking loaded question. And
Yeah,
that
let's
is
still
why-
rec market.
That is why I put out a list with 10 different brands that I want to give props to every month. So it's not like, hey, these are who, because like, listen, like a lot of shit's by batch.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even the guys who are killing
Facts.
it, like everyone has bad harvests.
Yeah.
And like telling like, okay, so actually the reason I started doing the cop list is because let's zoom back a little bit.
Yeah.
When I was at the agency, I was working with Segway. And remember when hoverboards
Like the
were
little-
popping off?
Yeah.
So that was all infringing on Segway's patents. So Segway tried to shut everyone down. Ninebot, which is a Chinese company, had made so much money selling hoverboards. They were like, fuck you, we'll buy you. And so they just bought Segway. Then they hired my company to help them launch like the Rolls Royce version. So like we went around like helped like this is when I like really learned about influencers, like learned about guys like Unbox Therapy.
Yeah.
And so I had a call with him and the guy on the line who was like Segway, and he just really wanted to be with this guy. So he did like one point, let's blurts out like, I'll give you $20,000 to open up this thing. So like agreed to it. We did the whole whatever. I didn't know this was possible before this call. I will say I got off the call. I called my client. I was like, you are never allowed on these fucking calls again.
Yeah.
I was like, I could have closed that for like, a couple hundred, whatever. You just gave someone $20,000. Like, you know how much more, like also to give them a several $1,000 unit.
Like, what the fuck?
And like, but I didn't understand this unboxing culture. So like starting there, I was like, I get dumb shit all the time. I'm going to start posting it all the time. And like, maybe people start sending me free stuff. I don't care about fans. I don't care about whatever.
Yeah.
But it started happening. Like, sure enough, like that snowball got bigger and bigger and bigger. And like, I didn't even have a lot of followers or anything like that. People just like, oh, I see you like this. Like, let me send you this. Okay, no problem.
Sure.
People started buying or like sending me DMs like, oh, I bought this brand because I saw you did it and like it sucked. And I was like, well, bro, like I'm posting this because like someone sent to me for free and this is like my way of saying thank you, not as like me being like, you guys should go buy
do it.
this,
Yeah.
you know?
John's stamp of approvals on it. Now you're like, fuck.
Well, so the cop list is my way of being like, okay, you want to know who to support? These are like, and it's an evolving list. Like it changes, it fucking
Right.
whatever. And like also listen, there are people who are on the old, like original cop lists who like now looking back, now that I know what I know
You're
about
like-
those people, like I wish I could fucking go back and remove
Take them off.
Damn.
I'm not going to do that because like it feels disrespectful to the whole process.
Mhm.
Okay.
But like, you know, I also try and keep in mind like, and Jimmy Devine's the one who pushes on me, but we got to smoke for every tax bracket, right? Like, you know, like $100 ounce, like that's not what I'm going to choose all the time, but like if it's a good $100 ounce,
Well,
like
shit,
it
not everybody
deserves
can
being called.
afford.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I can't
fuck.
afford to smoke rapper weed all the time. If I wasn't
Fuck.
given half this shit, like I wouldn't be able to.
I'm buying a fucking $1,000 ounce. What the hell? You
It's
think
like
we're
the
doing
blue
here?
sushi bucket, right? Like that's like,
There you go.
like bro, like yeah, I didn't pay $1,000 a bucket. You know what I mean?
Right,
like
exactly.
it's crazy to me that anyone would. But like,
But some
you know,
people,
I'm
There-
happy.
There's different brackets
Well,
for all smoke.
But I'm also happy that Tenco gets that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
Mhm.
it's like I feel like we are all allowed to have these complex feelings about these things. That's how I feel about most of that super high end market. But I was also a poor kid, bro. So like, you know, $1,200 for any of this shit,
Yeah.
like that's rent. That's
Yeah.
not like and the craziest part about it is like I spend like way more than that on rent right now. Like way more than that on rent right now.
Mhm.
And that's still like too sizable of a chunk
You're
for
like,
me
nah.
to ever be
Yeah.
like that on weed. Like and again, like I love weed more than just about anything else in the world. So like to say that is like I appreciate, but just the value quotient of like what you can get for that versus. But listen,
And
lots
that's where
kids have
most of
fucking
the
money.
that's where most of the market is. Like 80% of the market is buying that $100 ounce, and it's like
That's
you
if
don't
not
even
more.
see-
Fuck,
yeah, yeah.
Like when people see these like expensive like $1,000 jars or $1,000 plus ounces, it's like, dude, it's like 0.1%.
we are the
market buying.
1% of weed.
If even 1%, like to be
Mhm.
completely honest, it's like, dude, that's such a fucking margin, so small.
Yeah.
Like no one's smoking.
So that's actually
It's a unicorn of unicorns.
So that's actually my point about why I love that market at the end of the day. It's
Yeah.
because the people that are operating in it, and like, listen, I will say, I think they are the opposite end of the spectrum. We all get mad at Chads for selling fucking $60 eighths of trash. This is that same shit, just on the high end, right? Taking as much money as you can from a consumer who wants something, whatever.
Sure.
Whatever. I don't think the weed's ever going to be that good, but I'm glad that you have an audience and a base and you can survive off that because again, it's not a huge number of people. And
No.
like, we all know about it. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So like, you don't actually need to go out and have a gazillion people who are shopping your shit
Yep.
in order to fucking win.
Correct.
You know? And that's, I think, the thing that like more people need to hear is like, everyone thinks they need the Maserati or like, you know, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, like if you have Stizzy, another perfect example, like the invisible army, as I call it.
Yep.
You just cater to a specific base and like are true to that audience. You don't have to be for everybody.
Right. You got to find your niche and everything. So if someone goes on your cop list, I'm sure that they'll find that a lot of the brands that are on there, they almost can't get at a local dispensary. It's kind of hard to do that. Why do you think that the black market is just so much more
So
advanced?
I will
and
will
just
say
better?
I do try, and everything is regional right now.
Right.
So like even if I'm talking about a brand that has deal, like if I'm talking about Alien and
Mhm.
you're like, oh, I have Alien Labs in Florida. Like
Mm.
you do, but it's not the same.
It's
You know what
different.
I mean? And so like that's a real, and like actually I tell that to people all the time because they were like somebody said to me the other day, like, oh, your shit didn't get that many likes. And I was like, bro, like I'm talking to 1/50th of the country.
Right.
And in that 1/50th of the country, I'm talking to like
A certain
a fraction of a percent. I
Right.
was like, the fact that the kids that respond to this, I know who they are because they DM me every time. Like, oh, yo, I'm
Yep.
glad that you saw this. I'm glad that you saw this. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, thanks for representing fucking, you know, New York or like whatever.
right.
So like, again, I'm not trying, like the idea of everything is for everyone is great. And you like even with High Times, like we try and make, especially for the .com, make everything as evergreen as possible.
Yep.
But like my cop list is not regular content for High Times. That's me on my off time. No one pays me for cop lists.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's me on my off time trying to like, again, co-sign these brands that I
Yep.
think are doing something right and
Right.
deserve the attention.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of bullshit out there. And like
Yeah.
most of the hype is not really, you know, worth it in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's also cool that like, listen, there are a lot of people who are doing, and I appreciate the marketing and the thoughtfulness of a lot of the shit. So like you look at like something like the Nozu pack from Zushi or
Mhm.
from Tenco, like it's a very expensive ticket.
Yeah.
But that's like a presentation. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You get the mat, you get the fucking Nozu to go bag. You know what I mean? Like the same thing is, and actually like I think it's way better value, but the fucking Life is Not
Great.
Great.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
the
a great
Birria
job.
kit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That shit is
That's
like,
crazy.
it's so next level in terms of marketing and branding that like 99% of the kids that are actually going to consume this shit are not well enough versed on cannabis to nitpick how good it is. You know what I mean? Like most of the shit that I'm complaining about is like, again, 1%er problem.
Yeah.
It's just like, I do try and, cause like it's the line to walk, especially with High Times, right? Like you need to speak to the heady boys and like make them feel loved. But like the goal for anybody should be making the party as
general audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, that's actually, again, I was saying this before off camera, but our audience is like so built in and like, 50 years of like people who like, this is where we go for bud porn. You know what I mean? That like anytime you try and do anything outside of that, like they push back. And depending on how far outside of that, like at first people like got really mad when we talked about blunts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you shouldn't be involving tobacco in these conversations. So like on Weirdos, we've done one piece that's like fucking Adam Ill talking about hemp wraps are not blunts. Then we've had Zach Harris talking about how we don't need spliffs anymore because the weed is too good. But then we have other people talking about like the defending blunts and why I want to smoke in tobacco wrap.
Yeah. Multiple perspectives on it. It's good.
Right. How do you consume cannabis the most?
I'm a joint smoker. This is the primary.
The joints way for sure. Will you smoke a blunt? Are you like against it?
Or no. I'm a cigarette smoker, bro. So like, I don't promote that, but like I'm gonna smoke cigarette after I smoke this joint.
Yeah.
So like, I don't need tobacco there. Though I will say like, when I got to California, like backwoods were just too much for me, bro. That's a
way too much.
That's a thick paper.
Way too much for me.
Brothers Broadleaf though, like I love them shits, bro. Yeah, 100%. Those guys are killer. I grew up smoking Dutch Masters, so like it was always a pretty blunt.
Dutches.
You know what I mean? This is
the Dutchie.
Backwoods were always like, nah. So I was like, when I first got to California, I was kind of like resistant to just like smoking blunts all the time. Then when Brothers came on the scene, I've been smoking a lot more since then.
Nice. For
like
sure.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah. So you said you grew up on Dutches. When did you make the transition to joints? Was it there was like a conscious decision or did it just?
So I kind of always smoked joints and blunts at the same time. But when I left, so I moved from the East Coast in 2014 and you guys only have the small Dutches out here. Like it's
interesting.
Like the cigarillos are like more common than the palmas. The palmas,
yeah,
100%.
Like
second leaf.
Okay.
That's the ones that, like that's what a Gotti is.
Okay. See, what'd you want? Puffco. Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, when you said Dutch, I think of the cigarilla.
Yeah,
that's what. I think.
Same.
And that's like the cigarillo is like cool, but that's like a swisher, right? Like the Dutch Master.
That's the actual leaf.
I don't know. I'm just the master thing I made up.
No, but that's the actual leaf.
But yeah, when you unwrap the outside and then you crack it, and then this way you crack. You roll the crack, but then you have this outer leaf to kind of clean up any blemishes.
Gotcha.
Right. So like it always looks like this. Like,
perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's also like kids who are just fucking hollowing them out and filling it up. Like that was called the Gotti, and that was the baller move when we were kids. If I had access to like $100 ounce, like we would have been doing that every day after school.
So how much was weed for you growing up on the East Coast? Was it expensive or was it kind of like 10 and G kind of standard stuff? Or I mean, did you go for the kind of exotic like?
It depends. Like we had like when I first started buying ounces, like it was my friend's older brother, and like that was $200 ounce. When I got to, but it wasn't heady. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I got to college, that was when the $400 ounce in California came on like interview, and like we had exos and stuff like that in high school, and like like fire shit that was like a lot of times like sprayed with raid, something fucking like that. But Jesus. When I got to college, that's when I started seeing like packs, and like I was never really flipping packs. Like I was again very much trying to like. Not only was I trying to fund my habit, but I was such a heavy smoker that I was always having to put my own money back in. You know what I mean? It was never like
I didn't sell enough.
You did smoke your own supply.
Yeah, exactly.
Got high off my own supply.
I always used to joke about that. Like people always say, like, "Oh, Biggie told you." It was like, "Yeah, Biggie told me," but he was talking about crack. You know, what I mean? Like, he's not talking about fucking smoking blunts. He smokes blunts all the time.
That's fucking comedy.
I don't remember what we were talking about. I fucking dab just took me out. Oh, sorry. Do you want?
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Don't quite remember either.
Whatever it was, man, it was hilarious.
Oh, I'll just ask a new question. Do you think the rec market will ever catch up to the black market? And what do you think it'll take for that to happen?
That's a good question.
No, I don't think the rec market will ever catch up. And I think fundamentally what will happen in the future is that the trap is still going similar like what happened with the runts wave. the trap is going to dictate what becomes popular, and then the money guys are going to buy what's popular and then suck the life out of it, and then buy what's popular and suck the life out of it, whatever. And like, what scares me is like reclassification, where like if they like say, okay, this is schedule, you know, whatever now, and now you need pharma licenses to operate or something like that. But what will happen then is like all of the guys who we care about are going to get cashed out, because they're just going to buy their brands, and most of them are not going to be sign up to work for the Death Star. You know what I mean? And then they'll go and build something else if they want to. Some of them are just old enough that like, you know, they want to be cashed out and go fucking live with their family. And like, I support that too.
Awesome.
A lot of these guys,
good for them.
Exactly. Like I think that's been the problem with the industry of the last 10 years. It's like everyone who really is a legacy guy, like just wants to take their foot off the gas. You know what I mean? And like everyone that's tried, unfortunately, has and sold has kind of, it's blown up in their face so far. So again, I think it would be like, to some degree, as much as that would be detrimental, that could be a big cash out opportunity. And then again, all these guys who really care and who got the passion, and the young guys are going to keep doing the shit underground, and then the suits are going to buy it. Yeah. So that's how I kind of think shit's going to happen no matter what. You know what I mean? Because the Walmart is always going to want scale, and not even small batch, but like the guys that are pushing the envelope are like, customers respond to new. Like it's just the machine only knows, okay, new means we'll cross our LCG with our runts, and then we'll have a new fucking strain for them. You know what I mean?
Yep. It'd be interesting.
And they don't pheno hunt. They're just like, okay, boom, this
works.
Right. We got one. Which one's getting the most perlite? That's the one we run with. You know what I mean?
So there's just always going to be inherently like more passion.
The corporatization of any industry is, but also look at fucking beer, right? Like fucking all of the craft brew market, all of the fucking small batch guys are like 8% of the market. The rest is Coors and Budweiser and Miller.
The 90%?
Or Miller Coors is so I don't know who the other one is.
The motherfucking 90%, man. Always.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like for some of these brands, bro, like a fraction of a percent is enough.
It's way more than enough.
I saw this thing actually. So back when I was working in tech, I went to CES a lot, which is the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. And there's a cool car like show that happens alongside of it, right? I guess it's just part of CES, so they talk about all the shit that's happening. I saw this guy, I think it was Genesis, but he was talking about like launching a luxury SUV. And when you look at America, only 12%, and I don't remember these numbers are exact right now, but it was something like 12% of America will buy ever in their life, buy a new car. Most people are going to buy it used because of the depreciation value and driving off the lot, right? And then of that, there's like 15% that's going to buy a luxury vehicle, right? Of that, 5% will buy a luxury SUV. So like now we're talking about a fraction of a percent.
Small.
That like, he's like, I don't need America to know my brand exists. If I just get in front of these people, then like I'm
good.
I made it. You know what I mean? And like, I think that there's something really smart about that, but also like, again, like if you're doing something well and you're speaking to that fraction of a percent well enough, that becomes attractive to the rest of the world. Right?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, because everyone wants that.
Exactly. They don't even know why.
Yeah.
Look at the Cybertruck, bro. It's a perfect example. People have been like freaking out about that shit for years. And it's like, it looks like something that came out of a video game. You don't even know what it looks like inside. He said that the windows don't break, and then he broke the window. Like
live demonstration.
What is everyone so excited about? But people are still freaking out. That truck's gonna be amazing. Okay.
That is crazy.
We'll see.
He can sell. And is he the biggest influencer right now? Like in the
Oh yeah, I mean, well, he bought Twitter to become the biggest influencer for sure. Everything, like, have you been on the platform lately? Like, you can't scroll past your feed without seeing him, and like all of his posts, bro. Actually, somebody posted something that was like that something had 1 billion views, and it was like, you really believe that like this got 1 billion views? And like everyone was like arguing in the comments that like, oh, like fucking, it's unique views. It's not fucking like unique individuals, you know, whatever. But at the same point,
maybe
think about
impressions.
That. Yeah. Like how many things on the platform have hit 1 billion impressions? And like, it's Elon that's hitting 1 billion impressions.
A lot of impressions.
It's probably his fanboys watching shit fucking over and over and over again. They could drooling. You know what I mean? But like, it's also like, that's actually funny. Somebody somebody just did a collection thread of like all of the stupid things, and not even probably all of, but just like all of the statements he's made over the last like 10 years publicly and how like he's been very clearly wrong about whatever. But, you know, he's got gazillions of dollars and we all think that he's God.
He's got the money. He's got the attention.
The money. Yeah, he does. He does have the attention. He's like a memer and everything. World, it's kind of funny.
Well, that's what's scary about it, right? Is that like he's fucking posting some far right
he's
shit
posting,
bro. Like not just shit posting. Like it's very clear that like he believes like a lot of this, like the trans are coming for your kids shit and like whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And that shit's dangerous, bro. Like that shit's like even, okay, here's a perfect example. That fucking, and this is the stupid debate of the moment, but the fucking vaccine doctor and Joe Rogan that have been going back and forth.
Oh yeah,
Elon's
on Twitter.
like stroking.
Like huge. Yeah,
people are showing up at that doctor's house. Like, I don't think anything like anyone's been like overly aggressive or anything yet, but like
do it. I think I saw that video. They're like, do the interview.
Yeah. Like to this fucking crazy senior citizen's house.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, there's that kind of shit is like the fact that like there are, listen, if you think about like the most average person, you know, right? Like this is like the middle of the road for like not too stupid, not too smart. You know what I mean? Like whatever, like most of America, or at least half of America is less smart than that guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So like assuming that anybody is going to take information that like they think someone is coming after their kids in a responsible way when you broadcast it like that is like, it's silly. Mm-hmm. For people like us, especially who work on the other side of the media, it's very clear like our media literacy is strong because we're on the other side of the camera. You see, this is an ad. This is what I need to read to meet the sponsor expectations and shit like that. People at home are like, fucking, yo, Erick told me this brand is dope. You know what I mean? Like they don't realize it's fucking ad. They don't realize that like shit's being underwritten. You know what I mean? And like, this happened with the first Smoke of the Day kids. Fucking somebody was talking about and I don't know if you guys work with Dr. Dabber at all. But someone was talking about the Dr. Dabber product. Okay. And somebody was like, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but like that fucking product sucks. It's Puffco all day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I hopped in and I was like, oh, I blame Lance and Cody for this. And like joking because like they're like, you know, they do ads for those guys all the time.
Yeah.
But like Dr. Dabber spends a lot of money for that shit. And like, so some kid responded and was like, some kid who like responds to a lot of my shit. Like I probably should have been nicer about this, but like, was like, oh yeah, Cody and fucking Lance are like lending their credibility to like, you know, like whatever. I was like, you really don't fucking see that it's an ad? Like they give you a discount code at the end, bro. Like you don't get that like this is like paid for a speech, but like, again, like all he sees is this talent that he thinks should know all about weed, sending him in a bad direction. You know what I mean? So like, it's a fucking tough time to be online because people are the idiots have now paid for blue checks and they are running they're running the asylum.
Yeah, I would like to think that like in terms of like I guess the only media literacy that people are really good at now is like identifying ads, I feel like. But then other than that,
I don't think that but that's what I'm saying. I don't think that they're even
decent at that.
They can and they can't. You know what I mean? Because like they can if it cuts to like if this was a stop cut and then it goes to like a ad break. They know what that is because they're used to that from TV.
No, but like a product placement, they're not they're not understanding that.
Exactly. That's like, he likes to use that. Like and like listen, respectfully, like there's some I'm sure, I don't know if Puffco's paying you guys. I'm sure this is just you like to use Puffco. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like
it's one of the
one of the ones we use.
It's one of the better devices in the e-rig scene.
But it's also
there's some other good
but
ones.
That line is blurry, right? Yeah. Because it could at the same time be product placement.
But I think that's a huge problem with influencers or whatever content creators, that they're just breaking the law by not disclosing that motherfuckers just don't know that they're doing. The SEC is like, yo, you need to disclose this shit.
And I'm telling you, as someone who has to put sponsored over all of their shit whenever we do it, they still don't understand.
I feel like
every day we get people like, why are you fucking posting D8 shit? Because they paid a lot of money for it. Like it's always, this is something I should just fucking say publicly. Whatever the bullshit is of the moment that is everyone is making a lot of money fucking flipping, those are the guys that are going to advertise the most. They got the most money to fly around. So they're the underwriters for us to create this content for you to enjoy. You know what I mean? True. So like, yes, we have to do bullshit with D8. Before that, it was Kratom. Before that, it was fucking just CBD shit. You know what I mean? Like it goes in cycles based on like whoever's making money. Before that and forever, High Times was funded by fucking seed dealers. And now the seed guys are kind of coming back around and really starting to have a heyday again. But forever, before everyone was flipping packs out of state and shit like that, it was seed guys who were making real
going
money.
Crazy.
Exactly. Like, oh, you want the White Widow you saw in the magazine? Like fucking,
I got you.
Yeah, here you go. Shoot us $25 and I'll send you a thing of beans that you won't know for months if it even is what you want. And even then, most people have no idea because they've never actually seen what they're getting anyway. And with
they're probably
their
kill the
eyes.
plants anyways.
Exactly.
So it's like, crazy world.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I feel like there was a recent crackdown, right? The FTC really tried to say like, hey, you have to put ad, guys. Like,
It's not even
like,
just putting ad. Like
that was
not
the
enough.
Instagram
like
stuff,
putting
too.
hashtag ad is not enough. Like if you could read the fucking laws. Like
Well,
that
it's
is
also-
not enough. You have to fucking disclose that shit and tell the motherfuckers.
It's also in our
This is an
industry.
ad.
If we post that it's an ad, then we are violating the content
That's-
of the platforms and we are going to get kicked off.
Yeah.
So it's like this catch-22 of like, it's just
You can't promote it.
I had a call with a major, and I'm not going to actually, I've said their name already during this thing, but yesterday about like how to navigate the fucking AI takedowns, because it not just the people monetizing bots, but like if you have any sales language in your post now, even if it's in the picture, like it doesn't have to be in the caption.
No, they'll detect
right?
it. Yeah.
They'll detect it. They'll detect pictures of weed. They can
I'm
see
so
like,
annoyed how fast my shit. I'll post something for our like my uncle's dispensary, and I'll like literally I won't even fucking write like anything. Come here.
you could feel it get nerfed.
Gone. And I'm like, yo, whoa, how did it get deleted?
Not even
in 10
if it
seconds?
doesn't
Like,
get taken down, you can feel it get nerfed.
No,
like you can
it's
see like
100%.
I usually get
No
this many
engagement.
of fucking this much engagement,
It's
this
weird.
thing. But like, again, what are we supposed to do? Not.
nothing. And at the end of the
Not
day,
for
it's like it's their platform. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Well, that's
But
what
it's
I
like-
keep joking that right now we are in someone's living room selling weed. And like, if we had just went to the guy, the homeowner, and been like, yo, we want to sell weed in your living room, we'll break you off, they'd be sending all their friends to us, right? The problem is the homeowner doesn't want to take the money.
Mhm.
And like, until they do, bro,
That's a pretty trippy analogy to think about.
I
We
know.
are totally in someone's living room.
I know a bunch of
Selling
people at
weed.
Instagram, and I've been pushing them for a long time. Like, you will make millions the day you open this thing up, because all of these guys, just to keep their pages up, would love to pay you versus some random scammer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're so worried about protecting the kids and like whatever.
Well, whatever it is, their moral high ground standing is on it. It's just
It's not even a moral high ground standing. It's the second that it becomes overrun and
It's a
people's parents are like, their kids can't come here, because the thing that everyone cares about is the life cycle. So the
Yeah.
Meta wants to keep you on the platform until you're whatever, but we're like in our 30s, almost some 40s. You're probably
the kid is
20.
The kid's life
generations.
cycle, it's worth more.
What?
It's worth more. They're a longer potential client. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very easy math. Like most people don't understand it, but if you
If you think about it,
fucking
it makes
easy
sense.
math, like that
exactly.
customer can be held for 60 years. You've got maybe 20, 30 years left, bro. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Like your opinion sucks.
Exactly.
That's the thought process, and it all comes down to ad revenue and money. Like it's all comes down to is
Well, and there's
who's
also
got the money.
nefarious. There is also nefarious, like ideology behind this stuff. Like if you look at
Okay.
TikTok, like TikTok is a psyop for America.
Oh,
China-
for sure. Because
the
like, there's two
algorithm-
versions of
Exactly.
TikTok. Like you can VPN and go on like Chinese TikTok, and it is not the same as American
It
TikTok.
ain't fucking twerk videos.
No, it's like math and science and shit. And you're like,
I feel like that's what YouTube Shorts
Like,
is.
this is
like
weird.
YouTube Shorts is very educational. and
YouTube
then-
Shorts, but it's also Reels. Like they're all just trying to emulate what's successful somewhere else. It's the same thing as what Instagram did with stories when fucking
Right,
Snapchat
right.
was popping off.
100%.
You know what
I feel like
mean?
there's a big difference though. Like YouTube's algorithm really heavily promotes like informational and educational content.
YouTube has also gotten railed a bunch of times with the Protect the Kids stuff. Like, do you remember when the YouTube Kids stuff had all
they
those
have, like, the
heading
whole-
videos?
Yeah,
And
they
then
have a
that's
bunch of
actually,
things.
they started the whole, and this was like fucking almost 10 years ago, probably at this point. So I don't know if you guys even remember, but like the brand safety issue conversation.
no, that's on like on every YouTube video you upload. They fucking ask you like, yo, is this video for children?
Like a million
they like,
So
questions,
it's
yeah.
not
Yeah,
even
they're like,
it's not even
sure.
for children. It's more about their advertisers.
No,
and
exactly.
they don't
Yeah,
want shit to
100%.
come
Yep.
up alongside of like, oh, here's a beheading video.
Yep.
Then we threw in a Honda
Coke ad,
ad. You know what I mean?
yep.
Exactly.
100%.
So like they've gone through several iterations of we were way too like lax with this. And actually, honestly, most of the shit has happened with influencers, right? Like it's
Sure.
always like when Disney bought Maker Studios for $1 billion, and like then we're surprised that like PewDiePie or whoever the fuck it was did that the stupid Nazi thing, where he wasn't even like, he was trying to make a point that got taken out of context.
Yeah, but sure,
like,
it doesn't matter. He was wearing, you're in it.
No,
whatever.
it wasn't even him. That was when he was like asking people to do whatever, people would do whatever on the internet for $5.
Okay.
And so like, he was like, oh, okay, I'll give you $5 if you like use this slur or something like that. And so someone clipped it, brought it to the Wall Street Journal, and we're like, can you believe this happened? Wall Street Journal brought it to fucking Disney, and we're like, are you guys fucking signing
You're
off on
related to this shit.
Exactly. And then they fucking basically
Guilty.
shut down Maker. But like you couldn't have figured out like down the road of like, you guys are buying a bunch of internet kids and you expect them to uphold Disney standards and practices. Like a lot of this shit is like very clear, but a lot of this shit is very clear to the participants of the culture. But the ones who are looking outside are like, oh, they're just fucking smoking a bush, bro. Like they don't know what the fuck, we can make a fucking bush for way cheaper. You know what I mean? They'll never know the difference.
They'll never know the difference.
Never. You've been in cannabis a long time. What excites you the most about the future of cannabis, you think? Is it like the new places, like new people getting involved?
Damn.
Maybe the new
honestly, I will say there's a lot of new kids who are coming up who like I think are doing really great work. And they're still young. You know what I mean?
In terms of like the growing scene?
In terms of the growing scene, in terms of just like branding and stuff like that. Like, listen, I will say also like, even just in terms of fucking doing stupid flips to like generate attention. Like I've seen a lot of like fucking hash brands that are doing like Grateful Dead flips or something like that to try and like clout wave. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it because I love seeing the creativity. I'm just like a big art guy. So I like, you know, when people push that envelope, but also like it's a different game today. And actually I was just talking about this. You'll appreciate this. Most kids today don't have to smoke brick. They will never have to go through that phase of like, this is only whatever because even what the dispensary has is not
most people
brick.
most kids won't even smoke weed. They just be
smoke a fucking cart
that's
or whatever.
true. Yeah. They smoke a cart. Exactly.
Like, I'm not
crazy.
Cart immediately. I definitely I've talked to people that have not smoked flower and they've only smoked carts or dabs.
It's insane.
So for kids that are like
Doing
starting
shit
at
wrong,
that
that's
level,
fucking crazy.
their whole perspective is different than I could imagine. You know what I mean? So like, what are they gonna do in 5 years? We thought the peak is crazy, right? But a kid who starts with a cart, like he's gonna make some sort of fucking underwater shit so that it fucking to filter out the fact that he's smoking like, you know, Chinese fucking metals. You know,
it's gonna be a great time.
I'm quitting when they start injecting weed. I'm out.
Bro, honestly, that's always been my thing is I will not inject anything. That's always how I'll say it. And somebody's like, oh, well, you know, you can do that without injecting it, right? And I was like, yeah, but I still don't want to do it.
Relax.
Would you ever, were those canna bumps real? Did you ever see those?
I saw that. It was just THCA. People were snorting like fucking weird.
What the fuck?
Listen, I'll be honest,
dude.
Weirdos. Does it surprise you though, bro?
No.
Like that's the thing. Like when everyone was like, "Oh my god, how can we do this?" Whatever. Like fucking, you guys go to that MJ BizCon and Duplo. Like don't pretend like you guys are above this
festival.
shit. Exactly. And like the same people are being like, "Oh, we're supposed to be medical products." Like yeah, okay. So if we want to be medical products, technically that gets it in your bloodstream faster. But you know, whatever. I'm not trying to advocate for those drugs.
That was the craziest weed product that I've ever seen though. Like the
for sure.
canna bumps or.
I think it's
canna.
These are like all signs of the bubble, right? Like I felt that way about canna dips. You know what I mean? Like which is like
that's a fucking weird product too.
But there's like
lip?
It's like, but like
dude.
Yeah, exactly. But also like there's guys like who are making weed beer who like because they think they like beer that like if they do this like it's you gotta when you're in a bubble. People start creating solutions to problems that don't exist. And like, they just want to like, because they're just trying to get a part of the scene. Like there's a company out there and I don't want to say their name because I don't want to be a dick, but they just infuse everything. Right. And like
CBD Pello.
No.
You're
I mean
what?
like your ketchup and your iced tea mix and all that shit. Like
slow down.
Like, well, also who the fuck cares? Like I'm not trying to eat
high from my
ketchup to get
ketchup.
high.
Yeah,
I don't want to smoke or fucking whatever. Like if I'm going to get high, I don't need it while I'm eating a burger. You know what I mean? Like I can do it. It could be a separate thing. You know what I mean?
I could separate these two, definitely.
And also, but if you're when you're infusing it into every element of your life, like if everything in your house is fucking infused, like then you're a junkie. Like, not to be a dick, I'm definitely addicted to cannabis. Like I am woefully addicted to cannabis. I'm not trying to like judge anybody else. I cannot survive
My
without
water's
weed.
got weed in it.
Yeah, but if that's what you're doing, like, nah, bro, you need to put it down.
That is a little bit too much right there. So just like it's good future.
The advancements of shit is always crazy. Just like you never know. Like again, even with like technology, like it's crazy for us to think about where things are going to go. Like I would not have guessed that fucking Apple Vision Pros were going to go off the way they did.
True.
You know what I mean? Like they just made that shit from fucking, what's that movie? Ready Player One.
Yeah.
That's
And we're like, we're bringing it to you. And like, listen, I'm on board. I was on board until they said how much it costs.
Yeah,
But
that shit's gonna be insane. I guess the second version will be cheaper, hopefully.
that's what I'm expecting. A bunch of people, like rich people, like I don't think I saw an iPhone until the iPhone 2. I'm being honest. I was still in high school. You know what I mean? Like no one was getting their kids iPhones and fucking.
No.
That's when the iPods were still lit and everything.
Yeah.
Where do you think? Where's the craziest place you've smoked some weed at? You think?
Probably Thailand when it was very illegal to smoke weed there. But I smoked weed in front of the White House. That was cool.
Nice.
I went to when I was like 20 years old because I think I was visiting my cousin in college. But I smoked in front of all of the, and this was like right. I still had a sidekick at the time. We smoked
flip up screen.
Yeah, we smoked in front of every monument. Like took pictures in front
That's
of
hilarious.
it. That were, like, the coolest,
That's awesome.
The coolest kids, and it was like the middle of winter too. It was so fucking cold. It was
Damn, in
a
DC.
terrible time to do it.
That's
Freezing.
crazy. What's one place you want to smoke weed and you haven't yet?
You want a polarizing answer?
Yeah.
North Korea.
Oh, that'd be a
I
good
think
one.
that would be. I think North Korea is a place that
There
I
you
could
go.
actually get to through cannabis that most people can't, and that would be fucking. If I could have some interview style
be
experience
dope.
over
Yeah, I
there,
bet you there's a weird
That would
pattern.
be-
I mean, Dennis Rodman got in there pretty
that's
easily.
what I'm saying, bro.
It's gotta be like a
to launch
weird-
Potcoin, like and it's weed is legal over there. Like Kim Jong Un loves weed.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
Like, yeah. So that's
Yo,
why I'm
Erick,
like,
what's up?
That's what I mean.
What
like,
are you saying right
That's
there?
what I mean. Like
we need to make this happen.
this is like, but I will say, like, listen, we're just talking about the first smoke of the day thing. You will get angry emails about it.
Yeah, fucking
that
think
is
so?
for sure. Oh yeah,
'em.
bro. If you go over to a fucking
Some human rights fight. Like, what about the people? and the
Yeah,
kids?
We're
It's like-
smoking weed. Shut up.
I'm like, yeah, like I can't hear him over how loud this weed is. Like, I don't know.
it's like saying like if you had the opportunity to interview Hitler, would you do it? And it's like, well, yeah, like I'm not
No,
gonna
because
sneak
I
a
have
gun
this
in and blow
moral
him
high
up.
ground. Fuck you. No, I wouldn't.
There would be people.
You're interviewing him.
There'd
Shut the
be
fuck
like,
up.
Yeah, no,
Shut
like
the
I would
fuck
want.
up and
I would
ask
now
try.
that I think
I would
about
try
it.
and have a gotcha moment. I might end up in a gas chamber by the end of it. You know what I
but you're
mean? But
going.
like exactly.
You're
Like,
fucking going.
you know,
100%.
that's. I will say the one place I've been nervous to go is. I don't want to say any. I've gotten a few.
We'll edit it if we have to.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few invitations to go down south, both in Mexico and in South America, with people who are heavy.
You're gonna get kidnapped.
Well, that's
Dangerous.
where I was like,
Nah,
bro. Well, but here's the thing. Like,
that's too sketchy.
I also like.
I don't even want this on the internet. We should edit this
Whole
part
different
out
world
for
out
sure.
there.
He's from Mexico. Fuck that noise.
No, I'm talking about like. So I'm not talking about like. I'm talking about the guys who are like doing. I'm not cartels or anything like that. But like guys who are like, oh, like. Okay, so if we're cutting this out, I have gotten hit up by representatives of some organizations which definitely get a really bad rap, and not even trying to like get me to come down there or anything like that, but like want to try and change their image. And are
like, hey, you guys have a PR package at times?
It's
Heavy
literally
shit.
like let us tell our side of the story, and it's like.
Damn.
That would be really cool if I didn't think that like down the line this would. Okay, so actually,
Backfire huge.
we're cutting this, right? Terrible things who are like, you need to hear it from our perspective. And I was like,
Damn.
I don't think
That's
I do. And I
crazy.
feel like if I do start talking to you, that's going to cause all sorts of other problems in my life that I'm not going to like. Yeah, the interview might go well, but then the CIA is going to show up at my door and be like, so
Why are you talking to these
we're
guys?
sending you down to Argentina next. You know?
Damn, that'd
Fuck
be
me.
crazy. Smoking weed with groups. Like smoking weed with ISIS today.
Well, that's. But here's the thing. But for like,
Whoa,
but again,
next
like,
week
if you
we'll be
can
with Kim Jong Il.
I've
See
been
you
in some
later.
pretty fucked up situations, and like I've found that like talking your way out or being useful to
Mhm.
people,
Sure.
in whatever way you know how, is usually an easy way out of it. So I'm less worried about meeting any of these people or whatever as I am like the downstream repercussions that I can't think about of like
Yeah, because then next week they killed a whole fucking bunch of their
well,
citizens.
or it's like a
and-
rival.
The
or
most
it's-
recent video is you.
Yeah, you're the last video.
Or it's like or it's like a rival who's like, no, we don't want that said about those people. You know what I
Exactly,
mean? Like
exactly.
I'm not trying to get anywhere near. That's why I only
Yeah.
say nice things about people. Like,
True, true.
I'm not trying to get in
I'm gonna
anybody's
take a
beef.
piss real quick.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. Oh, nice. Some vids to react to. Huh?
My
That's
favorite
good
part of the
time.
show, man.
Oh man, there's a lot. You guys do have a fucking whole plan with this shit.
Yeah.
What do we got? What do we got? Is that
Oh,
a
it's a snake, huh? Is it a snake?
Oh, I was looking what's happened on the TV.
a fucking snake?
Oh,
No,
his
it's
face is getting hit. I didn't even see.
Nah, you gotta
I
move.
didn't see that.
Nah, I already know what's happened. That thing's flying, bro. Fuck you.
It's flying, but it's also he's gonna.
Oh,
man!
That's like that's a fucking nightmare right there, bro. It flew right at them.
So unfortunate. Out of all
right
the
at
places it could have fucking flown
What
to.
the fuck, bro?
What?
You
It's
think
like
that was a
he knew.
plan?
Yeah, that was his plan. He's like, I'm gonna
Time
fucking.
it.
Little
I didn't see
fucker.
them recording over there. I'm gonna get these guys. That was nuts. Oh, I've seen this one, bro.
Oh, dude, somebody dies in this, I think.
Really?
Yeah, watch.
Do you think we can watch it?
Fuck, dude, whatever. Watch Homeboy in the middle. Gone. Blue.
Yeah, he just keeps going up
Gone.
there. I don't think he died though.
Bro.
No, because it folds over on.
Oh, so maybe he lands better?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know he probably
But
got
dude
impaled.
is gone in the middle, dude.
Yeah. Why'd you keep holding?
Bro.
I don't know when.
you
I don't know when
fucking-
I would let go. Honestly, he got hurt too because he's pretty
Yeah,
up
honestly,
there.
oh,
This
shit.
guy
He
is
went
up there.
He went up too quick. He went up too quick to even think about it.
Holy shit, bro.
That's like what 12 feet at least.
Oh, you're breaking a leg.
And you're not landing like
That's
softly,
like he's
you know?
he's like significantly over at least
Oh
at
my-
least a door and a half.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, bro.
Right. Damn.
Oh, okay, but look, see, so it folds back onto like this roof. So
Oh,
what
so he
happened
can't
is
be
dude
that
just went
far.
up and over.
Like it flung him.
Yeah,
No, he's
Like a
gone.
Like he's
slingshot.
probably
He's
smashed
a
on the
missing
roof.
person for sure. That's a missing person, guys.
Wow.
Don't try to save
That's
the
a
fucking roof.
Yeah, don't try to save the like
Don't-
wooden
it's not
furniture
worth,
at this
not
point.
worth it at all.
Where are you guys getting these videos from?
Oh,
know,
Cepho
right? We
gets
got more
really
vids.
high and watches TikToks.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Are they trying to? Are you trying to get him?
Nice.
Oh,
Oh my God, it got it. Nah, that's insane.
That's a different one, but
Wow.
that's crazy. Later, little
That's
monkey.
nature right there. That's like a good view. Where are
And
they?
if you get hunted, that's the
safari?
best way to die, bro. You just get killed by another animal. Fucking the worst. You wish you got hunted.
You think so?
For sure. Get shot
Mm.
versus get your asshole eaten while you're alive.
Wait, pause. What are they like?
it depends on how they bite you.
Yeah,
Because if it's
yeah.
going for the neck, like you don't have very much time. You know what I mean? Like,
And you're
that
like,
might
maybe-
not be so
What if you
bad.
just get eaten alive?
Like a snake bite too, or snake eat too, where like they start at your feet and just swallow your whole body, and you're just like,
fuck.
oh man, I'm fucking paralyzed. I can't go anywhere, but I'm going into that snake's mouth.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hopefully, someone comes along
Yeah.
and cuts this thing off.
That'd be really nice.
Please.
Please, someone help!
Oh, I've seen this video, but I didn't see this with this part of the caption.
This
It's
shit
funny.
made me laugh.
Yo,
You better run.
Not cool. Yo, honestly, I'm fucking mad at my wife if she does some shit. I'm like, yo, you know I get too scared for that shit,
Oh,
bro.
you hear a little
I'm
whisper?
mad, bro. I'm like, you can't do that shit. Dude.
Yeah, especially in the middle of the night. You're in a daze.
I might
you're
shit
just,
my
you're just
pants
trying
right
to
there,
chill.
bro. I might honestly like piss myself or something. Fuck, dude.
That'd be, oh, is this a violent
this
video or a
baby's gonna
good
get
video?
fucked up.
Yeah,
by the
dude, you're about
deer.
to fuck around and find. This is a lesson. This is a lesson. It's okay.
Oh,
This is a lesson.
It went
And
like on
honestly,
the back legs
What's
and
up with
everything.
the parents, dude? Can we
Yeah,
not?
what are they
Like,
thinking?
Fuck, dude.
They thought it was gonna be a
Hold
little
on,
Disney
hold on,
moment.
no, hold
They thought it was
on.
gonna be a Disney moment. Like a
Bambi
little-
said, fuck you.
Watch this again. The graphics. This might be fake.
Oh, it's fake as fuck.
Yeah.
God
This
damn
ain't
it.
real.
Son of a bitch. Good call.
Fucking, you gotta look out for AI, man.
Yeah, it's
coming.
dangerous.
It's yeah, but what's crazy? In a year, we're not going to be able to tell, dude.
I think so.
You're
I
not going to
already
be able
can't
to tell
a lot of it, bro.
You're
You
not
see
going
all
to
the
be able to
videos.
fucking tell,
Do
bro.
you see all the videos of fucking the presidents talking about
On
fucking
Call of Duty
video
and shit?
games?
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
it's the
that shit-
best. It's the
that shit
fucking best.
fucking
I love
kills
that
me.
shit. I love that shit.
And like honestly, I know there are fucking women out there who are like fucking old Karens who are
They think it's
seeing that
real.
shit, think it's real, 100%.
Yeah.
We know
Already.
we can see how fake that is, and they think it's real already. So what is it going to look like?
in
you
a
know?
year or 2 years, we're fucked.
Yeah.
I will
Because it
say,
was
bro,
like-
just from Chat GPT, like when it was like 3 to like 4, whatever it is, like there is a very noticeable difference in the quality.
Oh, I
of the
use
work
it
that
now
comes
and it
out of
has
it.
access to the internet.
I've been
So
so
I'm like, this is fucking.
I actually I
up?
have
I'm a robot.
I've had AI write a few articles that like I'm debating whether or not I put
Nice.
them up. That's just like kind of
Yeah, I've done whole videos on YouTube. The whole thing was AI.
It knows
I was
pretty
like,
good
this
about.
is fucking awesome.
It
I
know-
said, go figure out which one it is. People can figure it out. I don't know.
It knows pretty well, like fucking, like it's surprising how much information it absorbs.
Well, eventually what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to train an AI editor. So you'll be able to like input all these articles that you've done over the last decades, right?
Yeah.
Or any writer, you're like, fuck, honestly, I want
Write an article in his
I
style.
want Thompson's
Yeah.
style.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking dump everything
you
he's
can already
ever
do
done.
that. You can already do that. You can just say
Yeah.
like, I want this article in the style of Hunter S. Thompson. They'll kick it out to you.
Yeah, you can
Like they
crush
can't.
it.
They won't do shit like like I don't think they'll have any notable writers of today, but like people
No, but
that
you
like
could
the
feed them
books
that
are already-
information.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
any
exactly.
person that you wanted, you can feed them that info, and it could.
The problem is
it could
AI.
edit videos for you in that style. Like
The problem is AI
it's
says
nuts.
wild shit super confidently.
Well,
So,
that's
like, if
because
you-
they use the whole internet.
No,
and
no,
they're not.
exactly.
There's some dumb motherfuckers out there.
So there was somebody who said
Like-
a Black Mirror guy they put into Chat GPT like make a Black Mirror episode, and what
Sure.
actually came out was like just like an amalgamation of like the synopsis,
All of the other
that
ones.
like they've done. That was like it's very the episode they actually put forth
we
was
need
very
we
similar
need
to an episode that
ChatGPT
already
like
actioned.
8, and then when by the time we're only
that's
a
my
few
point.
fucking steps away
That's my
from
point.
getting
100%.
weird.
When was ChatGPT 3? Like that was like fucking like 2 months ago. Now we're on
months.
4 and it's fucking. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and
it's
it's
so
only
much
going to
better.
get
speed is
like the curve of technology growth it gets vertical at some point.
So that's
yeah,
that's
it
why I've
gets-
been taking these articles. Is like part of me is like I want to save these and be like, okay. At first it was like this is why I'm not scared, but now it's like, oh no, this is why we're fucked. This is
Yeah.
why the AI is gonna destroy us.
AI is
We are
crazy.
weak.
I'm ready. You're gonna have to either get the chip or fight.
No,
the
here's my thing.
robots.
I wanna. I'm
I'm
pro
getting chipped
robot.
up. I'm getting chipped up.
Exactly. I'm pro robot. How do I become your ambassador? It's like the
Gotta get
guys.
chipped.
You're gonna have to be friends with your boy Elon, dude.
It's like the no fuck him.
That's the only way you're getting chipped up, dog. You're fucked.
No,
You're gonna have to
the
get that
Neuralink-
off-brand
No,
chip.
his version is gonna be like you're gonna become an Elon fanboy, like
you're gonna get
permanently. Like
chipped up.
your whole functionality is gonna be like liking Elon
Shit
tweets,
posting and, like-
liking Elon tweets. Oh, ha
It's
ha
gonna be
ha!
crazy.
This is so funny. Let me scroll to the next one. Subscribe to Twitter. Subscribe to Elon.
Gonna be an insane time. You'll take the chip though, both of you. Good chip.
Depends on who makes it.
I'm definitely ready to get chipped up.
I would take a Google chip. I would take a
Interesting.
chip from Google. I trust them more. I wouldn't take a Meta chip.
Ooh, you don't want the Zuckerberg in your brain?
Nah, bro.
Zuck.
Also, but you know what's funny?
Zuck.
Like too, like
The Zuck.
whenever they put out their demos of like what the metaverse looks like, it's like you fuckers have no idea what you're talking about. Like you think it's like Disney.
It's like
Playland.
Nintendo. Yeah,
Yeah, like this is gonna be a
The
fucking.
Wii avatar.
People are gonna be and killing each other as soon as you give them the opportunity. This is not. It is definitely not gonna be cartoon funland.
or like,
and, like, even
program
when
a
they
way
have-
for it to them to do it.
Even when they have cartoon funland, the kids are still in the chat like "fuck you, you bitch." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Saying
Fucking crazy.
slurs. That's I actually got into a fight with some really good friends on the internet recently about, and you might feel a way about this because you're about to be a father. I think all the people that are fighting like in public about like, oh, the trans kids are like, my kid can't know about pride or whatever. Like you are totally discounting how much information this kid is going to absorb off the internet. Like your kid is going to be called before it can
crazy.
fully talk. You know what I mean? Like it's going to want to know what it is. You know what I mean? Like
Gonna
this
need
is
some info.
and like that's so awful. And like I don't use slurs, so I should say because just use that word twice, no problem. But like that's again,
Just real quick, you know.
like let's
Hey.
let's clarify.
Disclaimer. Hold on a second.
But it's the truth, bro. Like think about how much heinous shit, especially kids, say to each other online because they heard
mean,
like their
shit.
friends say it or you know
Grew up in a
whatever.
he learned English. Josefa learned English in Call of Duty lobbies.
Oh,
really?
So you want to fucking talk about some bad.
So do you
English.
you only know slurs?
like that's what he learned on though. So it's just like and that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you think?
Well, but so
happen?
that's actually that was the second part of my point
Yeah,
when
shit, you're old now. Fuck.
in the thread was like, you guys, we grew up in worse shit. We had less answers and shittier versions of shit.
Sure.
They have the world in the palm of their hands.
Sure.
You think you can keep anything away from them? You think they don't know how the parental controls work better than you do?
Yeah.
That's like the most
Nah,
wild
I don't
shit.
know. I don't know who I heard it from, but somebody was saying that their kid was able to circumvent the passcode on their screen time because they turned the screen record on. So when the mom would go into the password,
They figured it out.
they just fucking put the password in. I was And the parent was like, I don't really want to get mad at the kid because that shit was smart as fuck.
Smart.
So it's like, I gotta congratulate him on that shit because that was pretty dope.
You gotta lock up your credit cards though, bro, because think about they're gonna be spending your whole life savings on Fortnite skins.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's the shit that
happened
scares me. That's why I pay for abortions.
100%.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
John's trying to
Fortnite,
speed run fucking YouTube demonetization.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey, it's just longer editing time for him. I don't care.
I forget I shouldn't use curse words or any of that shit.
You can do whatever the fuck you want, dude. Stefan knows how to bleep shit. Dude. It's all good.
Oh yeah, good edits, baby.
Fuck yeah, brother. That's
I
fucking
appreciate you. I'm
goddamn
sorry for making
amazing.
extra work.
I'll make you look amazing. God damn it, that's funny though. Fuck.
Yeah, that is some
Fuck.
crazy
All right, let's
shit.
run these comments. Let's do this. Come on.
Ooh,
This is
good
a long
comments.
episode.
We asked you guys, would you? Oh, very space appropriate question. Would you rather go to space or to the bottom of the ocean? We asked you guys last time.
How did this pet mammoth or dinosaur come in?
Yo, what?
What you got, Trev? I'm so down to have a pet mammoth or dinosaur. Damn, I forgot asking that question. I don't think we asked that though. Just chilling, getting stoned with a fuzzy elephant or a brontosaur. Hey.
Above it says, would you rather go to space or the bottom of the ocean? The first comment is, I want a pet mammoth. You're trying to fuck with us.
I have to get to, but how the hell do I take him to the bathroom, bruh? Bring him back. I'd much rather take going into the void of space versus the dark abyss that is the ocean. Wouldn't never.
Yeah, why do you write it like that? Why do you write Ochin?
I don't know.
That's a slur that he just got you in to say.
Why did he fucking get me? Shit.
Anytime someone gives me a comment with a word that I don't know what it is,
I always think it's like a
glaze
dick
over
joke
it.
or something. Like, you
dick
trying to get me to
joke-
say some weird
yeah.
dick shit right now?
Except D's nuts, either D's nuts are coming or that's a slur that I haven't heard that you're looking to clip.
Fuck.
Bro, oh my gosh. Dude, I went to a restaurant last night and it was like a dessert and like a cocktail restaurant.
I've seen your story.
Yeah. And it was like the waiters almost play like a game. They have like scripts for everything that they give you, you know what I mean? And
Okay.
they shine the light. And it's like it's almost like a game or like a,
Sure.
not a game.
Like an experience.
A show. Like, yeah, 100%. And then I ordered this drink and then had pecans on it. And it had like some other, maybe walnuts or something. And then he was like describing the drink like he was for the other ones. And he was like, and there's a little bit of Scoop D's on top. And I was like,
You're like, what?
and I was like, yeah, I was like, what's Scoop D's? And he's like, Scoop D's nuts. And then he just walked away. And I was like, no way, bro.
He
And I
fucking
was like-
walked away so
No,
hype, bro.
I was like, no way.
He's like, I got his
I
dick
just
ass.
can't believe it.
He's like, I fucking got him.
How these nuts taste, Eric Khan?
Oh,
I couldn't
fuck,
believe it.
dude.
It
Shout out
was just
to that
such
guy.
perfect timing because he didn't like, it wasn't fucking with me the entire other
Nah, he
dishes,
was
so
just-
it was just
it's a
straightforward.
long
And I was
con.
like, I wanted to know what Scoop D's
It was
were.
the long
I was like, what's the
con.
fucking Scoop D's, bro? I never heard that in my life.
He set that up for the whole dinner. Dude.
Yeah, the whole time he was just hoping I would order that one for sure.
Somebody got me with a real good one. I can't remember what it is, but it's like, fuck, man, I thought I'd heard all of it. But this is what I mean. Like the kids, they're just fucking next level.
They're
You
too
don't even
smart,
know.
man. These kids are too smart.
We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
Ocean is the real space. That's accurate.
Ocean is the real space. We just learned that shit recently.
Whoa,
Yes.
okay.
Experiencing terpenes. That's a great at.
That's
I
a
like that.
great-
Good
that is a
shit,
good
man.
at.
It's a great one, honestly.
Jordan, what you got for us, man? Jordan Brendel. See, I can't agree with Tim here. Ribs are pretty strong. I feel, oh shit. I fell 22 foot off a zip line. Fell face and stomach first. Was knocked out on impact. Laid there for a minute. Broken both my arms on the fall. And when I had woke up, I strong-armed myself up and started running to my mom.
What the fuck story is this?
way.
What did
Yeah,
I
what is he
say?
answering?
What did
Yeah,
I
what are we
say
asking? This
to
is
fucking
crazy.
start? I can't agree with Tim here, but check this shit out.
Yeah, but
Did you
we're
say
into this
ribs
right
are
now.
weak?
I don't fucking know what I said.
Something
Tim
about ribs are
apologized
weak.
for the
I'm
rib
sorry.
slander.
I'm sorry.
It seems so bad, but all that was wrong was both arms broken and a bruised lung.
He might
Oh,
just-
a bruised lung fucking
That sounds-
ain't comfortable
That
though.
sounds
That sounds
painful.
horrible.
Like, you gotta breathe and shit.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I
I'm
will
supposed to
say,
get.
actually, breaking a rib is probably worse because then it's pressing on the lung. So if it's not bruised, it will be soon.
I do have a small lump of scar tissue on one of my lungs, but it was an experience. In all seriousness, love
I don't
the
know if I
podcast.
believe that because he called it lungs.
Lungs. He said a couple things.
Fake story.
Love the podcast. Been watching Eric since before the Moonrock Hearts. All love. Been thinking about moving to a legal area and getting into the business. Love y'all. Hey, follow your
definitely do
dreams,
that.
Jordan. Follow your dreams. Do that shit. Next one, Joseph. What do you got for us? 100% going to space. Both are bad, but at least there aren't creatures 10 times bigger than me. Hey, you don't know that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, how do you fucking
Why are you
know?
saying so?
Nah.
You're saying it so certainly. Just floating around. Much love from Michigan. Can't wait to see you next month.
Joseph,
Yeah.
I'm the aliens, man. I hope they come sesh with us in Michigan, bro.
I'm waiting for us to find out about space creatures. Like,
Yeah,
how do we
space
know that
creatures
there
are gonna be
isn't
crazy.
life that just exists in the vacuum of space? Like, fucking, you ever watch Futurama?
Oh
That'd be
yeah, I
fucked
love
up.
Futurama.
You know that slug that just fucking drifts around and like is fucking.
Nah, we don't want that.
You know, whatever.
We don't want that.
I don't want it, but
Nah, we don't want
what
that.
do we know?
Nah, let's not manifest that.
You
Let's
know,
not. Nah.
Fuck. What if there's like
think it's already-
Transformers?
I think it's
and
already
shit?
been
Nah,
manifested.
Transformers are cool, but I don't want
That's
the
a
slug
dope.
thing.
Transformers
we don't
are
need to
dope.
put any energy.
Just
into
saw that movie
That slug
recently.
thing was cool though.
I don't know.
Okay, you don't like slugs. All right, well,
Slugs
I
are
just
pretty
don't want a
gross,
giant
huh?
space slug.
we'll just salt that real quick.
there we
Yeah.
go. Salt it real quick.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
starts tweaking out.
Comes down to our universe and we're like, oh, let us show you something, slug bitch.
Yeah,
You ever heard about salt?
it doesn't exist.
You
over
like
there.
that fucking gelatinous
What is
exterior.
this shit?
That'd be awesome.
Fuck, what a crazy
imagine if the
episode.
war was just fucking fought with fucking those assault
Assault
shotguns.
guns? Oh, those
like little like for like the
We were
bugs.
Kill my
fighting
flies.
flies.
Yeah, those. They're just big slugs. Damn, I wonder what aliens would look like. That's the last
I
question.
don't even think we can fathom it, honestly. Yeah, what do you think aliens
Do you
would
think
look
they're
like?
kind of humanoid or not? Like
Well, it
two legs
depends
and
on
two
like what
arms.
planet they're on, right? Because like
I
if it's a
think-
planet where it's like some weird, I don't know.
But don't you think that like all of those like the ones from the 70s and like whatever, like the grayish version with like
With
the,
the
big
big
eyes,
head.
like don't you think that's something that like somebody's already seen? And
What I'm
like
saying,
that's,
right? Like, that's what it's all
ass
based off of.
down. Yeah, exactly.
Is that the aliens that the government has?
Maybe.
Roswell or
Dun,
something.
dun,
like
dun,
that. I
dun.
do fully believe that like all of our technology, like the way that we've been able to scale up technology so quick is because we got some alien shit that we're like trying to figure out how it works.
Damn.
That I
where
fully
AI is coming
believe.
from?
Maybe the AI just is
It's talking to
stands for
itself. It's the
alien.
aliens.
Maybe AI is not artificial
It's
intelligence.
sent
Maybe
back
it's
in
just
time
alien.
to help us.
We think it's an I, but it's actually an L. it's
fuck.
it's
It's a
AL.
lowercase.
Oh,
Al.
fuck.
It's Al. Who the fuck is Al?
Short for
Al's
aliens.
got all of the information.
Short for aliens.
What do you have over here?
Al the alien.
Do you have something that says Al on it?
Oh, that's his name. That's Al
the
the alien.
mushrooms?
Is that actually his
Al the alien?
That's
Oh, damn.
fucking weird.
Hell yeah.
That's weird.
What if AI is going to help us against the aliens?
That
Maybe
much-
that's-
Is that how we win? No, so
I
we're
think it
looking
is.
at
on
we
some
talked about
Terminator
this
shit.
at the
It
beginning.
depends on
on what
this is the plot of Terminator.
It depends on what these aliens are, though, because again, like,
Yeah,
what
like,
if they're just if they're slugs, bro? The answer is salt. It really like
It's not AI. It's salt.
Just some sodium.
It really just
chloride.
depends on what
Some NaCl.
they live off
Ooh,
of. You know what I
yes.
mean? Because like they might if they come from an atmosphere that's like chlorine, like they're fucked when they get in oxygen.
Yeah,
but
good
like
luck
also if
breathing
we
this,
go
bitch.
there, we're
we're
fucked as soon as we step
Yeah,
off the plane.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's none of that shit.
Hopefully it's not like a planet of Superman.
I got to imagine
We just need
that
some
like
crypto, huh? Or
there's
not
gotta
crypto,
be-
Bring
Krypton.
some green rock candy. I'm chilling, dude. What's up?
there's got to be like other
boo.
Earths out there that are like equidistant as we are that
To the
like
sun and
probably have
everything.
life that's just like almost identical.
Yeah, there's like the
to
Goldilocks
ours.
zone
You know
or
what I mean?
whatever that planets can be in.
Right,
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Yeah.
To look
Trippy.
like us at least.
Well, I don't
what
even
if
need
it's
to
like
look like-
slightly different and they're like,
But
a
if you think
little
about it, just
forearms or something.
evolution.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
If you think about like all
What
the
the fuck is
course,
that?
like there were dinosaurs here, there were apes here, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So like maybe they're just like further along or less
Right.
far along. Or but like again, if something was slightly different, their
Planet
atmosphere
of
was
the
like,
apes.
I don't know,
Mhm.
chlorine instead of fucking oxygen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
yeah.
that could change everything. That could make their fucking skin a different color. That could make, the way they walk around and shit.
So if you
maybe
had to
they're
bet,
swimming.
if you had to bet, you think they're the closest ones to us are humanoids or not? Or do you think they're like blob, can't even comprehend? I think they're kind of like us.
I think that like structurally, like probably similar to us, but
Close. I
also
think
like
so.
I do think that to
Got
some
eyeballs.
degree that there's probably some sort of consciousness out there that's like that fucking giant floating slug that just knows everything. That's just like understands the fabric of the universe.
Everything.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the slug is our enemy, bro. But I got
Think we need some
I
more
got some
DMT.
salt.
You
gotta
I'm
team
gonna
up
keep
with
some
them?
salt on
I got
myself
salt
just in
on
case.
deck on this next DMT trip when I find this fucking slug, man. Let
Well,
us
the
know in the comments.
machinos, the
man.
machinos don't seem like they would be susceptible to salt. They seem pretty well built.
Yeah, salt's not working.
You're not getting it in those gears.
Salt's not working for sure.
Fuck, they'll take over soon. We need something bigger than salt. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this one. This was a juicy one. Anything to say to the people, John? Where can they find you at if they want to connect?
I am at John Cappetta on all social media. And that's JONCAPPETTA.
Oh, yeah.
And let's be friends.
Yeah.
Check out Weirdos on High Times.
Nice. There you go. 2 P's and 2 T's. Anything to say to Tim, to the people?
Nah, man, that was an amazing 50th episode. Thank you, guys. Thank you to Purple Rose Supply. You can head over to purplerosesupply.com/Pine Park.
Yeah, they got big ones too, right?
They got jumbo size. They got small size. They got it all, man. And then we're heading over to Michigan soon.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to give us a little Michigan info?
Heading over to Michigan, man. So July 15th, we'll be in Michigan at the Cookies Dispensary in Grand Rapids, which is going to be dope. So come through the meet and greet. We're dropping Pine Park. Come through and say what's up to me, Tim, Optic Hex. Josefa will be there as well if you want to learn a bit about how to produce content online. Then we got the day after that as well, Detroit, motherfucking Michigan, just a few hours away. I do believe it's going to be at King of the Buds, same time, 12 to 2. So that's Saturday and Sunday. Yep, that
definitely has a trademark claim on that one.
King of the Buds is chill. We got 2 hours each day, Saturday, Sunday. You got like a month left, so please call off if you need to. Come say what's up. Get some good bud, and we'll see you guys there. So thanks for smoking with us, and we'll see you next week. Peace.